Hello, and welcome everyone to D6, where I, RCN, bring together a bunch of friends from all around the internet to play a D&D live stream show. I am your host, Yarrow, and and welcome back to D6. So, first and foremost, I need to say this. I'm gonna have a really bad time with possums due to like what happens in the chat here, because like I'm gonna interact with the possum as if it's gonna be my best fucking friend, and I will never be able to get that back in my life because it's gonna fuck my shit up.
I did it.
Yeah, you've effectively destroyed my relationship with possums. All right.
You mean improved it?
I know. Like, what do you mean fucked up?
Broke or made better?
I'm gonna assume it's immediately my friend, and then quickly learn that possums are not friends to anybody.
Oh, it's like that fucking scene from Red Letter Media. You're Man on the Moon, kitty. Did you? Ah!
All right, so welcome back everyone to D6. As usual, we have our two sponsors that we generally have. The people over at the Deck of Many, which they create tons of amazing, wonderful reference cards that you can bring to your D&D table, and I really suggest you pick them up. They are well drawn, and they also are very, very good in every case that you feel like you might be a little bit out of a loss. And they have sent me not only their Deck of Many pack, which pretty much their core pack, their Deck of Many monsters, which all once again have such amazing art on them, and also the reference packs, which they have for NPCs, weapons, conditions, and then also the one thing I still do not know why people would put into their game, the Deck of Many Things. So, if you want to go ahead...
That sounds like coward talk.
Sounds like coward.
Go home.
Alright, so if you guys want to go and check that stuff out, I really suggest that you do the deckofmany.com for your RPG reference card emporium. Very wonderful people, and they'll be sticking around with us for another 4 more episodes. 5 more episodes, consider, plus this one. And then second, our usual sponsors, and also proud to announce some other stuff, are wonderful patrons over on Patreon. Last we had checked in, we had made it to the $750 goal, which I am very appreciative and very happy about. Thank you guys so freaking much.
Congrats.
However, to check in today, we are now sitting close to about $850 over on the Patreon, meaning we are close to the $1,000 goal. And once I manage to achieve that, I'm just going to be pouring so much more money into this thing. I'm going to be upgrading cameras. I'm going to be upgrading microphones, because this is technically not my microphone. It's mine, but not mine. But yeah, I'm going to be doing all the general stuff, and also kind of moving away from the Dungeon Stone stuff. I really love these guys, but these things are heavy as heck, and I'm going to be moving towards 3D printed stuff. So hopefully, as things progress and get better, I really hope that you guys enjoy these shows. And also on top of that, when we reach the $1,000 goal, I am going to be introducing a couple of brand new shows that you can be looking forward to. One show that I had done a couple of years ago, so this is just bringing it back and then kind of introducing it as a brand new, or not brand new, but like a reinvigorated version of it. So there's that, and also any stuff that I would probably ask you guys if you ever be interested in that, because I understand D&D is a huge part of this right here, and I'm pretty sure I want to make sure that I have rewards tailored to people that do enjoy D&D, so just pointing that out. All right, announcements as usual, and I don't, as per me, I don't have a lot of announcements that I've been doing this past week, mainly because this past week has been a slow week, and I have not been able to take care of myself recently. So I spent the past couple of days taking care of myself up until yesterday. So I will probably have a new video out on Friday. Not exactly sure what it will be, mainly because all my scheduled videos are already done. So if you guys are looking forward to anything that I just do in general, please do keep an eye out for that. So that's going to be pretty much it for me as per announcements, and that's pretty much it. So yeah. Okay, so as usual, top around. Boo, what are you doing?
Why, hello there. I didn't see you there. I got nothing else going on except streaming over at Twitch TV/Boo Radley, doing a bit more Final Fantasy and just doing weekly commissions as usual.
Oh, I gotta renew my thing for that. I just thank you for reminding me.
Thank you.
I didn't stop. I forgot to renew.
It's okay. Like, it happens to me too, man.
All right. Bracky.
I also don't have much to announce other than I'm going to be doing art streams at twitch.tv/brachyzoid. And two things. One, we need, Yara, we need to put the D&D Beyond app for the stream, for the health bars.
I don't think I changed it.
It's not showing, but just letting you know that. And second, a quick reminder for everyone, if you have anything you want to discuss regarding the campaign or share any kind of artwork or anything you would like to share regarding the campaign in Twitter, you can use the hashtag D6DR.
Yes, you are the hype man for that. I will leave that to you. That was so well timed. Who did that?
My wife buys
Appreciate
the best stuff. My wife buys the best shit posting material for me. I'll tell you this right now.
That's true love right there.
I'm still shocked you don't have a theremin yet.
Oh my god.
You say that now, but he will.
That's going on the Amazon wish list.
Well,
And that will be it for me. Other than just for people arriving, I am Brachyzoid. I'll be playing River the Halfling Fighter.
Yeah. All right. Joe.
Hi. I'm Joe Cat. I'm the creator of the Crap Guide series, and the next one that's coming is Crap Guide to Wizard, which is being a total bitch to write. And I don't know. My brain is scrambled right now, but that's the next thing on my to-do list. Whether coming this week, next week, or next month, or next year, who knows? But that's coming down the pipeline. And otherwise, I think I'll be just streaming random stuff. I think I'm gonna start streaming Pokemon Wilting Y, which is gonna be a ROM hack or mod, whatever you want to call it, of Pokemon Y, where it makes it super duper hard and gives the gym leaders legendaries because people consider the game extremely easy. I might do that.
What?
Good.
Good.
Yes.
what the
The questions that we all ask ourselves. What?
Huh?
Who?
Nani?
Nani?
What happened?
Ore.
Hell.
All right. Mr. Sir Malevich.
odd way to introduce me, but nothing really new to announce. I stream occasionally on twitch.tv/Sir_Malervik. Earlier today, I was playing Crash Bandicoot and going to be finishing up that before doing the 100% runs of all three games. The first two are going to be nightmares.
You poor bastard.
Oh, Probate has already told me not to do that with the first game, but he misunderstands how stubborn I am. And beyond that, I've been streaming a lot of EDF 5 recently, and that game is just a lot of goofy nonsense, and I love it.
What? EDF? Goofy? No.
No.
EDF.
EDF
Man,
is a serious franchise.
I gotta pick that game up, honestly.
EDF.
Elder Fox?
Earth Defense Force.
Earth Defense
Oh.
Force.
You uncultured swine.
I am. I thought we were all made clear about this. You know what I'm about.
We know.
Now we do.
Right. Okay. Okay. Zito, how you now?
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Quite clearly as I look at Twitch. You could find me on twitch.tv/Zito, where mostly I play all the indie games, shit that most people will not play or have overlooked. That happens. sometimes I write stuff for D&D, more homebrew stuff, because I'm masochistic and I like to give people shitloads of options that they'll most likely never use. But fuck it, it makes me feel validated. You can also find me doing some artwork. I'm probably going to pick up commissions sometime soon. I know I keep saying that, but the art bug's kicking back in, so hopefully sooner rather than later. Thursday, there'll probably be some nonsense with Gaijin Goomba over on his channel because we're going to be doing stuff with Magic the Gathering. Who plays that game?
I kind of do.
Masochists.
I still do.
Masochistic nerds.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Dude,
I'm sorry. I found my love with Yu-Gi-Oh, but you know, Magic is the original card.
Listen, y'all are just fucking
doesn't
jealous
make
of
it
my
good.
Artifice Mill. That's all it is. You're all just fucking jealous.
I see. You're one of those blue-white cretins.
No, I'm fucking Artifice White.
Whoa.
No.
I have no clue what you.
I am different, sir. And then
Still a mill deck.
Got one deck.
you'll also find me on the Unexpectables. You can find me here on Sundays. And on TFS every first and third week of the month, you'll catch me and Live Studio Brian, one of my players in TFS at the table, that I DM. We both play indie games on a show called Bargain Barrel, where we grab a handful of stuff on the internet and try not to spend more than $40 a week.
Dude, that is pretty impressive. I like that.
I have a lot of things to do. This is why I tell people to fuck off and leave me alone on Saturdays.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
100% valid.
I just started watching Chapter 5.
Of TFS?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. Well, boy, howdy. You'll have some things to look at later. Don't worry.
I won't lie, it's slightly jarring, like watching like the cut so quick, and I'm all like, they're going every which direction. Oh, I want to do that. But that's me.
Yeah, we have like a 3-camera setup, and we have Tyler in the back taking care of the camera work.
Well, hands down to Tyler. What an absolute unit.
I might actually be doing a building stream with him sometime in the future. I have a shitload of Chaos units for Sigmar that I haven't built yet. I have Scarbrand. I want to put that on stream.
Ooh. All right. All right. And last but not least, which did remind me that I forgot to announce, I did my Now Voice This audition. So, and that was because none other than Mr. Dry here had been a great inspiration to me this past week. So Mr. Dry, how you know?
Oh, sorry, I was eating Pringles. Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? In terms of announcements, I am still doing like my weekly video uploads on my YouTube channel. You can just search up Dry Guy on YouTube, and you'll pretty much find me there. Usually, you can expect the video to pop out either Friday or Saturday, but it is very weekly. Like Yaro said, the Now Voice This competition that I had previously stated last week is now over for round 1. So unfortunately, if you did not participate in it as of right now, they are no longer accepting entries. But hey, if you still want to keep up with what's happening there, just search the hashtag on Twitter of Now Voice This, and you'll pretty much see what's happening. They should have announcements for who's moving on to round 2 come tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time. So keep a lookout for that to see who is moving on. In terms of other announcements, I will be doing a lot of voice acting this week because I have been bombarded with projects and commissions. So if I get a little silent, that's probably what I'm doing. Other than that, that's all for me for announcements.
All right. So that being said, also please do go check out me and Dry's auditions. I want to hear more thoughts. I'm very interested.
Did an amazing job. I love this
Yeah,
entry. It was so good.
I did a character from Breath of Fire 4, which he doesn't have an official voice, but like I gave the characteristics the best I could, and I really wanted to do something special to me. All
It
right.
was so good.
And also your audition was really good. I loved it.
Thank you.
All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into tonight's game of D6. So, where we had last left off. Upon the return back from Lycia Bay after completing the mission and finding out the information necessary to begin helping the situation after the calamity within Lycia Bay, our players returning back to the general, giving the information to the best of their ability, and also with the help of some drones, they decided to return back to Aurario and do some shopping, send some mail, and also with Canis returning back home and bringing his newfound companions to meet his mother Eleanor. The short interaction, coming to find that she is an extremely knowledgeable person, this led to them staying a few days before a new mission that had been brought up to Canis. The current situation at hand, a forest south of Vale seems to be currently infested with what is demonic activity. As far as everything else goes, we spend our players spend the next 3 days getting to know Aurario a bit, getting to know, the inner circle, and also buying things, eating a hot dog, going to a library, and then also preparing for their next destination of travel, not too far off. So, it is the dawn of the 4th day, the day that you have all prepared and begun the process of leaving. So, with this, you are all already met with the breakfast of the day, and as compared to the last interaction, you are all met with a table of morning foods and meats, cured bacon, and large plates of fried eggs and scrambled eggs, several pitchers of juice, and the fresh smells of biscuits and muffins and various other
They eat
foods.
like this every day.
It is like this almost every day. It is.
Jesus.
There is a slight differentiation of meats, though. Sometimes it's sausage, sometimes it's just bacon, sometimes it's steak. So steak and eggs.
Ooh. I did not know such food existed up until this very moment.
Yeah.
The world truly is a magical and wide and big place.
I just imagine River looking at Garo. Garo, I'm pretty sure and very confident that you took these past 3 days to do nothing but prepare yourself for a future mission.
What?
I was hoping.
I was supposed to do what?
I was hoping you were gonna turn around and look at him and just go, "I really wish you could see this."
Wow! Okay.
That's a missed opportunity.
Oh my god.
Well, shit.
Fuck, I'm sorry. I had to get that out there. I'm sorry.
No, we're glad. We're glad.
Oh,
that was perfect.
fuck. Well,
This is not the reality that occurred.
yeah. This is not the world we live in. This fantasy world that we all live in. All right.
Oh man.
Oh mercy.
Oh no.
Yes. How may I help you?
Very well.
All
River, those wanted to ask something to everyone though.
Oh.
Everyone at the table. Even though we are taking this job and everything, there's something that's been bugging me in the back of my head this past few days, this past week actually.
Well, what is it, River?
Well, for example, you, Arsa, and Karu from Mr. France, like, all of you took this job in the one before, and yet you were willing to give away your money, your payment. I took the mercenary job in order to get paid, but why did you do that?
Well, we weren't really taught to worry about money up in my monastery. We mostly lived what we got.
The law of the land does not dictate what is monetary in terms of life. Therefore, money has no meaning to me. I only care about nature itself.
Well, a bit of that, but sometimes living in the woods, you don't get the supplies that you find out here kind of in civilization, so I kind of need the coin sometimes to buy, nice bedding. Gets ripped up sometimes by, snakes, bears, owl bears,
Truffle.
the like, truffles.
Have you seen an owlbear?
Oh, I hope not.
Huh. It's one of the things I wish I can see one day.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't even
okay.
know what an owlbear is, but it sounds scary.
An owlbear should not exist.
It's
Oi, come on now. Everything has a right to exist.
Owls and bears. And how does that? He's now just looking a bit.
Well, no, it's not. It's not like they're. I'll tell you when you're older.
I'm fairly certain the druid knows
40-year-old man.
Physically, I am 40. Mentally, I believe I'm about 13 or something.
Meanwhile, Lionel's just munching on grapes like that one fucking gif.
I'll tell you when magical chairs don't scare you.
So you are all pretty much doing it for the adventure and helping other people? Well,
Correct.
Of course.
noble. And if I keep some of your money,
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take it. But are you all aware of what we're doing next time?
What would that be?
We're
No.
trying to get rid of this whole miasma situation, aren't we?
It appears to be something connected. Canis, can you brief the rest of the group in any more details as you got?
Well, a few days ago, I was informed by my mother of recent demonic activity. And this had happened before the... Yarrow, in relation, the demonic activity, was that before or after the miasma started happening?
It was well after the miasma.
Well after?
It was well after the calamity. So the way that she described it is that this is something that's happening, not just isolated to Lycia Bay. This rupture, this thing that happened in Lycia Bay has sent shockwaves around the world, and she is receiving news about it.
Okay, so related but not distantly.
Yeah, it seems like this is a completely new endeavor that this world has seen. So after the event, this is, things are sparking and creating a problem one after another. So a lot of negative energy has entered the world.
So we have demons popping into this world simply as, I guess, shockwaves from the miasma and the calamity. And we've been tasked to deal with it in some regard.
Well, where are
Bronze.
these demons?
Here, I think you said that was a bit south. What
It was
the
south of
navigation?
Vale. Do you guys need the map again?
Yes,
Uh,
please.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yes, please.
We need to ping that shit.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and just keep it open on the side tab.
Here, so this is Alanon. And so you see all the little points. I haven't added 2 towns to the map yet, but Hothrite is sitting between the Bordean Canyons and Krog. So it's a little bit towards that giant lake there, between Krog and the Bordean Seas.
Okay.
Or Bordean Canyon.
So it's north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vale is in the southeast area, and then you see what looks to be a heavily forested area, and then further that way would be the Solomon Peak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we going to Solomon Peak?
No, it's just
Oh.
it's I'm pointing out like all the major cities that are within this continent.
You said it was south of the Vale, so that's far east of where we currently are.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Across the, I think you said that was a savanna or plains?
It's a giant plains, so like there isn't a lot of like heavy growth. There's like probably a few like trees that pop up here and there, but like there's no like this heavy amount of like forested area that is compared to the areas within Krog or Baccarat, Solomon Peak, and then south of Vale.
So I guess the furthest we go from like Lycia Bay, if we can go a little bit to the north and then head south. We're going completely east.
Yeah.
Or we could stop by the Emerald Enclave and like use that as a halfway point.
That is true.
True. Franz, are you not part of the Emerald Enclave?
I am. I've traveled many areas in these Great Plains. However, there are some parts that my master has told me never to enter. I'm not sure why I was not allowed. They didn't seem to be hostile, but yes, I do know most of the plains here.
Well, if it's that straightforward, then we should just go for it. I mean, it's a little bit of a walk away, but it's not that bad. Yes.
I think we have enough supplies to get to the Emerald Enclave.
Yeah, I agree.
And we can resupply there if necessary.
Yeah, Franz knows the way.
Indeed.
All right.
Though Franz does raise his hand, but he asks another question, and he looks over to both River and Canis and says, "So, you're saying we are going to have to start fighting demons, correct?"
Correct.
That seems to be the case.
That is why I have spent the last few days researching as to what to expect.
As an individual who has never seen a demon before, nor encountered one, how are we able to even combat against that?
A demon is a physical manifestation on our plane of existence. So it is flesh and blood.
I want to roll me an Arcana check.
All right, go ahead.
I want to see if the WizBiz knows anything about this.
Hopefully, yes.
As far as I know, River only knows stories from her dad.
Yeah, Urza doesn't know anything about demons.
Them, yes.
Have the inclination.
16 plus. Oh boy, I kind of lost my page. Here we go.
What is this pertaining to, like in specific?
Like what has River? Oh God, what has Lionel either learned or might have like heard? Like what is his basic knowledge as to like how can one combat a demon? How does one banish it? What do you do?
Generally speaking, when it comes to demons, they have an item that acts like a doorway, much like how the portals that you had interacted with in Lycia Bay. This is the same thing, only except they use items that are placed in specific areas that are heavily flowed with magic, so they are often sitting on top of archaic ley lines. In order to really get rid of demons, you either have to weaken them enough to push them back through the door, or you have to kill them. And this is a common issue with dealing with the demonic. So, like, when it comes to dealing with a specific demon, especially, fairly powerful ones, you can run into the issue of where is the door, or how strong is it?
Well, we either kill it, or we push it back where it came from.
I prefer the latter.
It can be a difficult one.
Franz is just kind of taking it all in real quick before taking a long exhale and says, "All right, I'm in."
Glad to hear.
Although I am a little curious about something. Like, as Lionel kind of just, like, wipes his mouth and then looks over to Canis. Your mother is a great lady, don't get me wrong. And I'm sure your family have a lot of backing, but a lot of us are just random strangers that came across on a certain job. And she believes that she has the trust enough in us to take care of something this terrible?
Yeah, I agree. That's a lot of faith to have in a bunch of strangers.
She trusts me, and I trust you. Apparently that's good enough for her.
As you say this, you hear the womanly voice coming from around the corner. Trust is something that is earned. And
Oh my gosh, she's here!
River spits a drink.
Lionel, catatonics on the floor.
Immediately freezes in his place.
Gar looks a different direction. What? Where?
You see, as she has her half-cut glasses well rested on the furthest part of the bridge of her nose. This is an exercise of trust. Now, I could sit here and say that it might be easier to just find a whole bunch of rather brute-like individuals and pay them an unbelievable amount of coin. But I get a faint feeling that all of you have the best intentions at hand. And obviously, if you worked well with my son, I think I can work well with all of you.
You had me an immeasurable amount of money.
Oh, you got the one. Yeah, at least you got the one in the team.
And do believe you me, I will not just have you do something oh so unbelievably dangerous without giving you at least some coin as a return.
Yes.
We thoroughly appreciate it, miss.
I will be sure to betray your trust. We'll do our best.
Lionel just looks in his book and looks at all the blank pages, closes it. Very well.
Well, he's trying to look busy.
No, he doesn't look busy. He just looks at he flips through the blank pages. And he's like, I got a lot of pages to fill.
Oh, I see.
Oh boy, here it's literally the fucking oh boy, here I go kill it again, just with Lionel in a book.
Oh boy,
Money
wait
to
for
buy
my
more
spells
again.
again.
All right.
Oh boy.
And as such, she kind of goes ahead and she pushes her hair back. Well then, all of you are off to your travels. I believe you, Canis, still need to acquire some items within the vault if you need so.
That I did. It would be our, I guess, last stop before leaving town again.
Absolutely. Well then, and she walks over and she hands you what looks to be a platinum key with a jewel set on both sides towards the end of it. It is a highly intricate key. It's so beautiful just by its design.
God, even the keys are so expensive looking.
Yeah.
You couldn't be happy with just a bronze key, could you? I mean, nice.
All right. So with that being said, you guys are going to do preparing. All right.
I'm just gonna get the old stuff.
I just readjusted all my spells, so let's see. I'm gonna switch my spells to comprehend language, identify, magic missile, shield. Actually, I'm gonna swap out Tensor's floating disc because I don't feel like that's useful as of right now. But I do have also magic missile, misty step, counterspell, fly, Galder's tower, and of course magic missile at level 3.
Nice.
Wait, there's a separate magic missile from the original magic missile?
No. It's a magic missile at 3rd level. So it'd be like
it as a additional spell.
I don't think you do.
That's what it says on D&D Beyond. I don't prep it as an actual spell. That's just me reading off the list.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
So the only thing I'm gonna do is probably switch out Tensor's floating disc with something different. That I'll figure out on my own time.
Roger.
Right.
Ooh, pick Longstrider. No, don't actually. It's not great.
Wait, no, I know what I'll switch it with. Skedaddle Skedoodle.
Oh,
Mine
yeah.
is now a noodle.
oh
Alright.
god,
Did someone say noodles?
long strider.
All right. So, Canis, you're aware of where the vault is within the house. It is. It does take you a bit of while. Is there anyone that you're going to take with you to the vault?
He'll be taking everybody.
All right.
No,
All right. So,
to show us all his shit.
Look at all this cool shit I don't technically own.
So,
Check out my dad's guns.
all right. So, let's see. So, in doing so, you guys end up traveling not too far outside of the home, as you guys end up exiting out through the back, and you are met with the wide maze that is built around the house. As you guys enter what seems to almost be slightly confusing to deal with, finally enter what looks to be a mausoleum, of marble. At the door, there is no keyhole, and Canis, you hold up the key next to what looks to be a symbol of a Bahamut. As you hold it up, the stones begin to glow brightly, and you hear the large. You hear as the stone is moving, and the doors begin to open wide. You guys see that there is a case of stairs that lead down. You guys spend the next few minutes as you guys go down and down and down, and where the doors shut behind you guys.
Jesus.
As you guys finally reach the bottom, you see the flames begin to burst from the sides of the room as they fill it with the light in each corner for the the illumination of the room with torches. And you guys are met with what looks to be piles and piles of platinum and various bags and items and doodads from all around the world. It's basically like looking into the Dungeon Master's Guide magical item like section, and there is just items from every which way.
Oh god, it's alphabetical. It's not categorized by level. Oh no.
Reverse hands are shaking.
You see, as it goes further towards the back of the room, there is a small gated area with what looks to be the most legendary items.
Fuck.
As you reach towards the back and you open the gate, you are met with a suit of armor that is made of almost like a white steel. Like, it looks like light in and of itself. It's just a pure bright white steel. There are 3 swords, one that obviously is propped up much more perfectly compared to all the others, and and 4 sets of shields. One being the specific one that you know, Canis, is the one that your mother is talking about. I have the card for the for what is your father's sword, but I do not have the card for the shield. That is my bad. I will get it to you this week, but I'll tell you the stats in chat.
Okay. Canis will walk over, pick up the sword, and toss that over to River.
She grabs it.
And walk over and pick up the shield for himself.
Interesting. Why are you not taking the Why are you not taking the sword?
To be completely fair, I have not a clue how to use one.
Oh, that's all right, buddy.
Wouldn't one just pick it up and swing it around?
It takes more than that.
Not without risk of, say, swinging it at one of you or even myself.
Lionel just shrugs. Okay. The good boy's never picked up a weapon in his life. All he has is a stick.
I love that this sword is bigger than I am. The
Your
big
guts
long
now.
sword.
Baby's first Buster sword.
Okay, there you go. So, those are the stats that below the sword.
Where is this?
Oh, I gave them to Malarvik. So the card is the sword, and then below it are the stats for the shield.
Okay. I'll send the sword card over to Bracky.
Yeah, I'll try and get this into the D&D Beyond as soon as I can, but like it's always good to have like some stuff not available.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That must be a really kick-ass sword.
Yeah. So, River, as the sword is being handed to you and it enters your hand, you immediately are feeling as if it is drawn. It would take you a bit of time to attune to it, but you feel a slight warmth on your back. Not like a heat, but like an embrace.
The power!
Yeah.
Are you all right, River? You look unwell.
There's a light breeze surrounding the river, and maybe some of you. A slight sense of vibrations under her.
Yeah, you guys feel as if like since the grasping of the sword, like immediately within the vicinity of River, like a slight shake and like a breeze begins to emit just from her. And Gar, you especially know it's coming from her due to your heightened senses of tremor sense and like the wind blowing on your skin.
Oh, that has a powerful aura. But what is that thing?
Do not know. Terrifying is what it is, but
Is that normal? I looked at Canis.
It's my father's sword. He tended to have a bit of... He liked to be a bit theatrical with whenever he had magic items, to say the least.
Oh.
I know all that too well.
Given everything around this vault.
I stopped paying attention to the money, and that hurts me.
Yeah, there is piles of platinum and gold.
I know,
in
you
here.
need to remind me.
It is-
Touch only the lamp.
Not only the lamp.
River just falls into it and starts making a snow angel out of the money like Scrooge McDuck.
I will go insane in that money, but
Yeah. Also, on top of that, while the sword doesn't really have a name, the shield does. It is known as Indomitable.
No.
Hot damn.
Yep.
That's a name, all right.
Oh yeah. All right. So with that, you guys have acquired the 2 items within the vault. Anything else you guys want to do while you're here?
I want to look around and see if there's anything for some casty boys.
Okay.
Yeah,
this
Gar's
is-
gonna feel around too, just like not like finding anything in general, just like feeling everything. Like, there's so many things here.
He's bird boxing around trying to find whatever's there.
Yeah, and maybe come across something. Who knows? There are piles of literally everything.
I actually physically hate myself for calling it bird boxing because that's totally what it would be.
So, pretty much like I said, everything that you would find in the Dungeon Master's Guide, the magic item section, you will probably find here. Probably without many of the Dwarven and Elven stuff, though.
I just want to say the art of this longsword looks really Kingdom Heartsy.
Like every image that I use for those cards is like something that I have to find off of Google. Like I would put it up for show, honestly.
I'm okay. Then let's make this a little bit simpler for you. Then I'm looking for rings.
You looking for rings?
I want Lionel to get his first magic ring. He'll like treat it like it's like his first Boy Scout knife.
Okay, good to know. I really need to like make the cards for all the items.
Well, I'm just looking for like anything that'll like magically boost defenses. I don't know, like an AC +1 or something like that.
Okay.
Yarrow, I'm looking for something in particular too, but I sent you a DM about it. So.
Secrets.
I mean, if we're gonna be fucking.
Secret.
If we're in this like if we're in the kingdom's vault and we're like we're given access, I'm gonna be like, maybe some magic MacGuffinry might be really fucking sick. Maybe a magic robe, a magic ring, something like that.
All right.
What's this? One of 17 wizard shotguns.
Oh hell yeah!
The arcane shoddy.
Shouting. Okay. So.
Hey, just look at my gun. I mean,
Look at your spell.
Yeah,
When you
what do
spell
you have there?
boomstick.
Franz, look at my cool boomstick.
Who gave that to the possum?
Well, as this is happening, I'll already have something I can
So-
take care of. But, oof.
At this point, like there are several stands with several rings that you can possibly look at. They are under like a glass case that are under a lock and key in themselves.
Oh.
So like keep in mind the key that is used that unlocked the gate, that unlocked the door, that's the one that he was given.
Fair enough.
However, out of the corner of your eye, you do notice that there's a small shelf with what looks to be
Try not to whisper too much, Yarrow.
what looks to be four differently colored gems on their own little stand.
Where were you when Lionel became Thanos? What are these colors?
There is a sapphire, a yellow diamond, a red ruby, and an emerald.
I'm not gonna lie, that ruby's calling me out, man. Lionel's gonna pick up that ruby, and I cast Identify.
This is known as an elemental gem.
Oh yeah!
You can try and sneak it out.
No, I don't sneak it out. I waddle on up to Canis and I kind of like knock on his shin guard.
Okay. Can you see here?
What is it?
I hold up the gemstone. I show it to him.
It is one of the elemental gemstones. You know what these fucking do, and it is not pretty. It will summon an elemental. Should they determine if they want to, based off of the color.
Ooh.
He'll look
Lionel
at
just-
it.
Lionel just walks to him like a little kid without even saying anything.
Yep, no, exactly. Show it to him.
He'll look at
Yes.
it and just think to himself, looking at it, back to Lionel, back to it, and just put it back in Lionel's hand.
Oh boy.
Off in the distance.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, we have a backup.
All right, so
Lionel's gonna put that in his components pocket.
good.
Hmm.
I will pull out.
I may have just given him the loaded gun, but this can be funny.
You gave him a flamethrower, a living flamethrower.
However, I'm not gonna pull up the stats for fire elemental, so that will be your responsibility.
No, that's fine. That's
Ooh.
fine. That's fine.
All right, good to know. So it will summon a
Summon
medium,
fire
It
elemental.
will summon a medium-sized fire elemental.
Oh
If
fuck
I-
yeah!
If I understand, those are one use only, right?
believe
it,
so.
I believe it is.
Yeah, I need to be
only one
careful.
use, yeah.
In
For
Yangmin, that's what they
emergencies.
call a stand.
God.
They call
Oh,
it a
Magician's
stand because
Red.
it stands behind you. Oh my god, that's right. It is just Magician's Red, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're approaching me.
Anybody else?
Is anyone else looting my father's liquor cabinet?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Garo's still just feeling around trying to find his way. Ah, there's so many things here.
Garu, there is after kind of stepping around and getting the reverberations and the sounds that you are familiar with, there are two things in sight. One that looks like a
Insight.
Insight, yeah.
Insights.
There are two things within your immediate vicinity that catches your attention. One that looks like a long-barreled item that that comes out to about the length of about, I would say, 12 inches. It has a handle to it, and it is looks pretty well built, as far as you know.
Oh, this feels nice.
As you pick it up, all of you just notice, Garo has a gun.
What? Wait, what?
He
Yes!
has a six-cylinder revolver of a gun.
What?
Yes!
Oh, you're all fucking worried about the you're worried about the possum walking around with a fucking stand, and yet you're not worried about the blind guy with a
man
gun.
with a gun. Yeah.
Ah!
Are guns a
Dear
thing?
Lord.
Yeah,
I know
are.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're
I-
in like a steampunk time, right?
Yeah, this is a wall of guns, like actual legit guns.
Yeah, like
Some are made of
flintlocks
pla-
and stuff, right? Yeah.
Like slightly, almost. This is the breach of the Western Age.
Oh.
So
Oh no.
Revolvers and the Weston exist.
Oh no.
Yeah. So this is a short wall of guns. It also looks like some of them were tinkered. They were kind of just half built, and this one's probably the best built out of them all. And this one has a name to it. Garo, do you want to run your hand across it?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, this feels
Ca-
nice. And what's
Canis.
this?
Canis, I mean no mind, but those are some strange-looking crossbows.
The name on the weapon is called the Typhoon.
Yes.
Oh god, I'm getting Deus Ex flashback.
Most Borderlands
It's,
shit I've
I
ever
don't-
heard.
I don't think that's a crossbow.
Oh, I mean, of course not. It doesn't even have. Where do you load the bolts?
No, that is not. He'll take it out of the blind man's hand and put it back on the stand.
All right.
No, but I like it. It feels so nice.
Oh, no.
It
has a sensual aura to it. I can't leave it be.
No, I'm with Canis. I'm not sure you should be holding that thing, whatever that is.
It technically does have an aura. It's magical.
Oh no, magic!
Fuck off!
Is it tied to me now?
No,
Is
it's
this the
not
Emperor? What the
tied.
fuck?
It's not tied to you, but you do notice that there was a certain aura from it.
I can't believe we just found Canis' dad's fucking Nerf Maverick collection.
Yeah.
Please, Canis. I don't know what this is, but there's something about it just seems so. It sets me at ease.
Seems so right.
Man, I can't believe Garo is American.
Canis will check to see if it's loaded first.
There are no bullets in the chamber. So it's an empty gun, and even through all your inspection, there are no immediate bullets. It seems like this was put up for a reason, because there's no ammo.
The safety's on.
Yeah, he'll leave the safety on, make sure it's not loaded. Here. It is
So
not
can
a
I say?
toy.
But of course, I was assumed from anything in this place. Thank you.
He does a little bow.
That's a weird stick.
That's gonna be a weird.
It
one.
really is, but
You're-
here, feel it.
Don't get the child a gun!
Oh god, it's the blind leading the stupid.
What the fuck? Exactly! Wait a minute! Can we Steiner and Vivi this? Can I fucking bless the gun to shoot chromatic rounds?
Yes! Yes!
Son of a bitch.
It will take a lot of experimentation, but if you guys...
That's what Lionel's all about! This is happening now!
Hell yeah!
It will take... If you guys wish to, in the time it will travel to get to Aurario to the Emerald Enclave, it will take you about 3 to 4 days, depending on how fast you guys go. During that time, you guys can experiment on whether or not you can create arcane rounds.
We're fucking doing it. No, it's happening
Yes.
now. This is the
No.
universe we live in.
But you need to get the proper equipment to do it, and you also are in... There's a slight necessity.
Okay.
There's a slight necessity to using the gun because it does need a proficiency to a certain subclass.
So I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
It looks
The
cool.
gun is all that I need.
Okay.
We have a gun.
It's a good luck charm.
We have a gun.
And at the very
Watch-
least, he can use it. He can
Watch-
use it like a quarterstaff. The butt is nothing to sneeze at.
Wa-
Yeah.
Watch Garu take.
Gar's
this
gonna
fucking
whip it
self
around.
ass.
Hey,
Oh,
can you
Lord, no.
describe to me how fancy this looks? And he points at all of them.
Oh,
Lionel
It
just
feels
stands.
absolutely. Oh, go on.
No, I was just gonna say Lionel just stands there. He doesn't know what a gun is, so he's just looks like he's just swirling around a stick.
And Canis knows
Yeah,
it isn't loaded.
Urzur's gonna frantic. Perhaps you shouldn't hold that side towards.
Oh,
you
You mean like this? And he flips it around and points it at himself.
No. How about you treat it like a walking stick, right?
Oh, very
you
well
are.
then.
He's gonna put it in his belt loop, like.
It just
Well,
looks
yeah.
cool.
That's better.
It's a little heavy, but you kind of have to tie it around a couple of times so that way it doesn't fall out.
The fucking moment that he points the gun at himself, Lionel hears from his gemstone, "Thou art I art thou."
Canis,
My guiding moonlight, you've been at my side all this time.
Canis, what is this cursed place you brought us to?
I'm so sorry, Yarrow. I'm so sorry.
No, this is perfect because it's allowing me to look at the things that I'm trying to put in the vault. To you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's missing
don't-
from looking around?
All right.
I don't know why, but Franz is on edge, knowing the fact that the freaking possum has a stand now, and the blind monk has a gun. This is sending him
Everything I
over
want.
the edge.
This is exactly what I want in a campaign.
Oh.
Lionel does the Avatar wind thing in front of him, just like showing him the little gust of wind between his hands.
He just stares at him. He's like, never in my life have I ever felt my sphincter clench so hard. That's something I don't understand.
What is a sphincter?
Gross.
What is a sphincter?
I'll tell you when you're older.
All right, and by the way, Franz, out of the corner of your eye, there seems, even though it's like all the rings are well locked away, there is a ring among the pile of stuff, but it's not made of any metal. It looks like it's made of, of fine lacquered wood. To whatever decision you decide to take up with that.
Only natural thing
does,
here.
Franz does take notice of quite literally something that looks unnatural amongst all these metals and fine-tuned weapons. And he looks towards it, and he doesn't know why, but he feels inclined to go towards it. So he will inch closely towards this thing.
Okay, so I bet it has. So as your immediate interaction with it looks like it's a slightly brownish oak that's lacquered, and within the center of the ring, what looks to like be cute little animals carved into it. It's a slight magic to it, and it's kind of cute to look at.
He looks down, and he's studying this, and he doesn't know why, but he just says, "That is adorable." He's got like a really happy smile while he says it. He's just, "That is really adorable."
It has
I just
a
imagine
very.
the Kratos smile.
It seems to almost have like a druidic magic to it. There's a draw to it, slightly arcane.
I want to, if I can, make an Arcana check of what it is. If Franz can do that.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. There it is. That's a 14 plus 2, 16.
It, based off of the design of the animals, the magic, slight call to it, it might be a ring of animal influence.
Franz, his eyes just go wide. Like in the beginning, he's just like, "Oh, that's a door. Wait a minute." And he's not sure why, but he's inching his hand closer towards it, but then he immediately grabs it back, and he's like, "Wait, that's rude. I can't take that. Or can I? No, I shouldn't. That's not mine. It'd be wrong." And then he just yoinks it, and then he walks over to Canis, and he just
Make a sleight of hand check.
okay.
Yoink it as in like without anybody noticing, or like
Without
yoink it-
anybody noticing.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Oh, give me something good. Let's see here. Sleight of hand, plus 3. I have a 17.
17.
I didn't even know he had sleight of hand, actually. That's
All right, so what you guys see is a small spectacle of Franz kind of looking down at all of, like the metals and stuff. Like this is the first time you've ever seen somebody so interested in all that. It almost looks as if like his hand slips from his knee and he palms the entirety of the metal. And as he gets back up, he kind of just wipes himself off. It's like, oh, I'm fine.
I'm gonna insight the fuck out of that.
Go ahead.
Okay.
However, I will only let Lionel do it though.
I'm gonna leer the fuck out of this shit. I have a plus 2 to insight, so that is a 16.
Fortunately, you don't notice. You don't notice if it just, that's what the spectacle looked like. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary, though. It was probably an honest-to-God mistake. He's a human. He's pretty burly.
He's pretty weird. Seems pretty normal for him.
Yeah.
He freaks out at
Like
magic
trees.
chairs.
Yeah.
Chairs were not meant to fly.
All right. So that being said, you guys, after well looking within the
Ursa?
within the liquor cabinet.
Oh no, Urza doesn't need anything.
All right. So,
Not even a gun.
No.
holding up the gun.
Who needs courage when you have a gun?
Alright. So that being said, you guys having acquired, some odd knickknacks and whatnots, you guys head back up. What takes the next several minutes of you guys heading back up?
River will wait for everyone to head up first.
Okay. Everyone ends up heading back up. River, you stand within the vault, alone.
Oh. Give me 1 second. She's going to try to grab a handful of coins.
Ooh!
Make
oh,
a sleight of
no.
hand check.
Oh
I want
boy!
everyone to leave, though.
Sure.
That's
Our good friend River is stealing from our good friend
It's a
Canis.
trust exercise. It's a trust
It's a
exercise.
trust exercise. Everyone except the ranger robbed him.
Oh, I didn't rob. Hey, fuck off! I
To
didn't
be
rob
fair,
you.
I
I
did,
showed
yeah.
you.
Yeah, half of them were with permission.
Half of them were robbery with permission.
The first roll was cocked. The second roll was a 1, but I'm a half one.
You tripped and fell into money.
13, 15, 16, 17.
17. Okay, good to know. You grab what is a handful of platinum. You probably grabbed about 10 pieces.
10 pieces.
You have 1,000 gold now.
No, he has 100.
100. Right. Sorry.
We learned our lesson the last
We learned
game.
our lesson.
I learned the lesson last game.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right. So River, you grab it, you pocket it, and you begin your traverse. All of you finish your traversal back up to the top, and as you find yourselves, basking within the early morning sunlight once again, you guys are prepared for your leave. Correct?
Hell yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to
Yeah,
cast these
same.
new spells with my
By
good
the way,
friend.
I'm really curious. You mentioned that we are in this new era in technology, and I remember you told me the story of a train. Is there any kind of transportation between where we are and
The Emerald Enclave.
and the Emerald Enclave or Vale?
Unfortunately, the train situation as it is, Lycia Bay was a center for what would have been a major artery of transportation. As you guys remember, there was a train track leading from Lycia Bay all the way up to Aurario, and that would have been one of its major stops. Unfortunately, they're still building train tracks that go from Aurario all the way to Baccarat, because it's still relatively new magical technology. But there is no train system that goes to the Emerald Enclave. In fact, the Emerald Enclave has been very vocal about not wanting any train tracks running through their...
Okay, so
There-
we don't have any transportation to get closer to Emerald Enclave, like
There
like a
is none.
stop in the middle. Or okay.
There is none. It may be a while before the trains start up again.
Roger.
Are there any kind of trade caravans that we can hitch a ride with?
There is probably a slight possibility. You guys have heard and seen as caravans have kind of gone through. It depends on who you decide to interact with. So, is that what you guys want to do?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as you guys know, in the southeast area of Aurario is where a lot of trade happens and a lot of people kind of come through to barter. Make an insight check based off of personality and character.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Oh, everyone?
Anyone and
Okay.
everyone, depending on who wants to lead to find who might be going towards the Emerald Enclave and who might be the most trustworthy.
Okay. What'd you say for
Insight.
Insight.
insight? Okay. I have 19.
19.
Urzer knows people sometimes.
Urzer, due to your childlike idea of finding the good in a lot of people, you do see there is one halfling woman. She has kind of a bob cut, short black hair with one kind of leading down and around. She's kind of getting ready and having some of the help of the shop kind of pack her caravan in, and she kind of looks at a lot of you and so like, you're all heading to the Emerald Enclave.
That we are, miss.
Well, all right. I'm not too particular, traveling alone either which way. If all y'all be willing to help me as a bodyguards get into the Emerald Enclave, I'll give you the ride for free.
Oh, well, that sounds like it'll benefit both of us. That's perfect. Thank you, miss.
Righto. All right. Well, it'll only take me about a couple of minutes, and as soon as I manage to get everything else within this here wagon, we'll be on our way.
Very well.
All right. So, about 20 to 30 minutes later, I just kicked the goddamn camera again. God damn it.
Would River be able to go to the postal office and send something before we leave?
Sure.
Same as before, but it's going to be 5 coins.
5 coins. All right.
Yeah.
And sending it to Hothright.
Yep.
You remember the immediate interaction with that halfling as he's kind of like bolting around the office, and he's like, and then you see the box fly over his shoulder.
How much was it for the sending 1 gold, I think?
It was 1 gold to just pretty much send anything.
Yeah, okay. So it's that and then okay. Done. Send 5 platinum back home.
Alright. Good to know.
I found myself with some extra money somehow.
That's an ill-gotten platinum.
They need it.
I'm sure you do.
I can't wait for them to get arrested.
Alright, so that being said, as you guys finally get onto the backside of a wagon, you hear the crack of a whip. By the way, you are not being pulled by horses. There are some odd creatures that do exist, but these look like they are tamed cockatrices. Cockatrices are often considered,
they're like harpies, right?
They're kind of turkey-like.
Yeah,
turkey.
very turkey-like, but these ones are feathered. They seem to have a certain color to each of them. Some having black feathers, some having, a few blue-colored feathers. They do have their beak muzzled shut, and their claws covered in a cloth. But yeah, these things are, contained cockatrices.
They got little booties.
Yeah, they're that terrifying, but not that bad.
Dragon turkeys.
Yeah,
They're tame, yeah.
Quote unquote
Oh, that's
tame.
adorable.
Those are some big chickens.
Oh yeah, so they're
Did someone say chicken?
No, we need this.
so as you feel the immediate pull, the stomping of these birds begin to, and you guys are off, heading down to the southeast area, heading towards the Emerald Enclave.
Nice.
So, during this time, you guys will be traveling 3 days because you're moving faster than usual.
Hell yeah.
And as I would assume is you guys using Lionel's Tower.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we never told this lady I could just summon a fucking
right.
house.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's
They're
like,
gonna be-
hey,
they're gonna be-
welcome.
All right,
They're going to be
so-
pitching tents, and then you have the tree fort.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be up there flossing. Don't worry about it. I'm on the top of the tower.
So, Lionel, as the first night begins to set, she's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get the fire started and pulling out the at their linens for tents. So y'all need any, or are y'all good?
I mean, we don't need to.
Pardon?
Oh, watch this. This is the best part.
He just looks around and he goes, Miss, you have a stone I can borrow? I could probably craft a piece of the house just enough for your big chickens.
House?
Yeah, you got
I,
it,
like,
lady.
I hold my hand out, like I do a little grabby hand motion. Piece of stone, please.
She kind of kicks one from under her boot, and she picks it up and hands it to you.
All right. Finds a good. Is there a suitable spot where we won't knock into any like trees or whatever, or plains or whatnot?
After the amount of travel that you guys have gone, like you guys are a little bit more to the east, you are now entering the wide plain area. So yeah, there's nothing blocking your set.
Oh, good. Fuck yeah. All right. Well, Lionel's gonna set the stone down, take out his hammer, say the magic's words, and shebang shabazzle, there goes a nice little big house.
All right. What is once again the spectacular notion of like this house being made? This woman is astonished and slightly freaked out, but she knows magic exists, so she's like, "Huh? Well."
If she starts falling like backwards, Ursula and I are just going to hold her back.
Like you see the shadow of the house beginning to rise past her face, and once again sets politely down onto the ground, and the door swings wide open.
I cast mending big enough for there's a to make there a spot for the giant chicken things.
All right, the small little area off to the side, along with something to note. Truffles has been traveling shortly behind you guys, and Truffles has had a long walk today, so she's
Oh, she needs rest.
yeah, she needs the sleepy times. And as soon as you do, the door opens wide open, and she immediately rushes into the house, and then just
There she goes.
Well,
Yeah.
glad to know that she's not scared anymore.
yeah. Well, after it happening several days on the way up to Rorario to now, she's
she'll
pretty
get used to it. Yeah.
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 She has her own little like a little bed. That's just Truffles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
so-
goodness.
It's
She's like, oh,
just
thank
like-
goodness, I don't need to sleep on the dirty wooden grounds.
It's just like the size of the bed is just where her hooves like stand, and then her entire body comes down on it, and it does not encompass that either.
Like
She's
Puma.
Yeah. She like muffins over it.
Yeah.
She
Alright.
does not fit, but she still sit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if that's the case, we're gonna have to skip out on making a bathroom because that's gonna be where the animals are now sleeping.
We took a couple of days off of that.
That's okay. Bucket.
By the way, are we
exist.
just traveling with this lady?
Huh?
Are we just traveling with this lady? No one else in her care?
Yeah, it's just her.
Okay, just making sure.
And
All right. So she had a carriage, not a caravan.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As she steps inside the house, like she's like, well then, surprising to say the least. I'm amazed that someone of your stature, if not vernacular, would be able to produce something like this.
I'm learning.
Well,
It's a mystery to us all.
I would assume. How's that big green folk right there doing? He looking a little shaken up.
Big green folk.
Does she mean Franz?
She pointing at Franz.
Oh, he'll
used to it.
He's not as scared as he was in the first time, but he is just kind of wide-eyed, laughing a little. He's like, "This is fine."
The hat rack looks at you. It has an executioner's like hood, and then you look back at it. It's just a hat rack.
He's hyperventilating.
That's just a coat rack. He sees the shadow. It's brandishing a knife.
And no one slept that night. Not even Franz.
Well,
Carl like slept perfectly fine, holding his gun like a sleeping,
Oh no!
I love you, gun.
all right.
Yeah, so just everyone go ahead and use up rations, I guess, because
Okay.
I could give a little bit of sustenance, but I can't give enough for everyone.
I have good berries.
Hey, that works. That actually
Yeah.
that fits out perfect. Then we don't have to
Yeah.
use rations.
We don't have to. We can keep our rations for a more dire situation.
Hell yeah!
And we don't have a string of grapes.
No, we
Right.
don't. Unfortunately.
So
These are great.
at this point, Garu and Lionel, I'm gonna let you take up your knights. I need you both to make a dexterity check and an intelligence check.
Is this a
Because
save or a?
This is to create the bullets. This is
Oh,
Oh.
shit!
Yeah.
Lord.
I said you guys are going to be spending the next several days in order to begin this process. If that's what you guys wanted to do.
Oh,
Make you do
metal rocks! I could do that.
So you
Wait,
you
so
guys
can put
are
things inside this?
you guys are pretty much beginning the process of the blueprinting of what a bullet would be and understanding the diameters and what the history of firearms are within the country of Alanon. The latest information probably coming across as you would know, Lionel, because, you know, the several books that you keep reading.
Dad's old fucking magazines of guns. His old hunting magazines.
I can't wait for this fucking thing to explode.
God,
so-
honestly, wait, you use these for what again?
You kill things
yeah.
with them.
Hunting and such.
Okay,
Well, oh, go on.
I was about to say, if this is a dex straight check or
I think it was intelligence for you and dex for Carol.
dex for Garo, int for me.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
You got it.
I rolled a 19 on intelligence.
Okay.
I rolled a 5 on dexterity.
Okay. So in the experimentation of beginning the blueprint process, Garu, you unfortunately in this effort of trying to help with the writing and the whatnot, you end up knocking over a small ink pot, and it pours all over the pages of your initial discoveries.
No. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Wait a minute.
You know,
Wait a
I-
minute.
I
Wait
have-
a minute. Wait a minute. I have
Wait a minute.
prestidigitation.
You did?
Yeah!
All right. And
Wouldn't that make the pages completely blank?
Yes, I'm going to make that happen because I don't know any better.
all right. So
Wait a
as
minute,
you
I can save this.
as you grab hold of the paper with the giant ink blot, now you're like prestidigitation, and then the page goes completely blank.
What changed?
Well, Lionel just like looks at it like he just like Muppet opens his mouth and just like looks to the side. Well, the page is no longer brown; it is now completely black.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, that's an improvement, yes?
I mean, I'll find a way to use this somehow. Lionel kind of just like throws it off to the side into a garbage bin.
I definitely appreciate it.
Well, the good news is that we still have a couple of days to play with this, so it's not like we're too lost for time. And I mean, Lionel just like pokes around and like looks around. This is like this is my study, I guess.
It is. I certainly hope that we can find a way to use this properly.
to be honest, I don't even know what a gun really is.
And Lionel just like looks over at Gar, just like, I don't know that much either. You know, it's funny. I'm a wizard, or at least I'd like to claim myself as one. Someone who like knows the arcane. I'm only 7, and I don't know all that much outside. This is all new and strange, and I guess I'm putting a lot of responsibility on myself for having to know a lot of things for you guys, and I don't know what I'm doing half the time.
Well, let me say this. You certainly know better or more than I do. But we were only taught the basics in the monastery. So I really appreciate your knowledge.
Well, nice to know I'm actually helpful in some way. That's a lot more than I could say about a few others I know.
Oh? Is this a difficult topic for you?
No, I'm actually quite happy I escaped it. You see, my family's pretty big, and my family likes to... like, Lionel kind of, like, bites his, like, knuckle a little bit, like... Oh, do you know anything about a band of Opsu traveling entertainers known as the Merry Middles?
No, not at all.
Oh, thank God. I mean, well... Those are my brothers and sisters, and they kind of left me and my mother and my father to go off and be entertainers and leave us back at our home to let my mother and father toil and burn their ever-short lives away at just doing nothing but work. I wanted to do something for them, and that's the main reason why I kept to my studies, is so I could make their lives better.
Oh, well, you certainly had more than a family than I have.
Don't you have the monastery? Wouldn't that act as one?
Well, yes, technically, but I never really knew my parents at all. Like, it's, well...
Lionel kind
Anyways.
of like... I'm gonna have Lionel say something actually completely bitter as he thinks about his family. They're the friends you're given, not the friends you want.
I suppose you can look at it that way. But some days I wonder if they're even still out there. I mean, I was only left by the stuffs by as an egg. They have to be out there, yes?
An egg? Oh, right.
I was told it was a very big one. In fact, I heard Grandmaster Callie almost cooked me for a delicious snack.
That's okay. I was almost eaten as a frog as a child.
Oh, well,
We're very... Well, he, like, looks down at himself. We're very tiny.
that is very true.
They munch.
But here's the thing about you, though. Like, you have a grandmaster and all this, and if you're going to look out for your family. So let me ask, why did you leave the monastery in the first place? Were you given a mission, or what was that? Or did you just decide to leave?
Well, you could technically say that. You see, it's technically a rite of passage. Whenever we turn 24, we're supposed to go on a, what do you call, a journey? A pilgrimage? We're supposed to head out into the world to test our discipline and our beliefs, but we're not really supposed to return until we find a certain truth. It's quite complicated. I'm not even sure myself.
What's the truth you're looking for?
I have no idea. Grandmaster Kali told me that you'll know when you... Well... There's so many things I don't know.
Well...
Every day I wonder if I can return back, but...
Well,
I have to do what I have to do.
I'm sure you'll find it. I mean, I'll only return once all of the pages in this book are complete. That's my truth, I guess.
Of course. Though, I might have a bit... It might be a bit more difficult for me because of the, well, you know, condition.
As he taps his, like, horns. Or his eye sockets.
It was simply a joke, but Really, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, we can both work on that together, I guess.
Of course.
Now, off with you. I gotta clean this up.
Very well.
He gets up and like leaves the room.
All right.
Falls down the stairs. Whoa!
Why does this keep happening to me? There's so many stairs. Ah!
The slight crash of a dragonborn individual reaching the bottom of the living room area. You see the driver as she jumps up. Is like, oh, you
He's gonna lift
okay?
this up.
I could be.
Yes, I'm perfectly fine. And the gun comes tumbling down and hits him on the head. Ah!
Hey, lore!
All right.
More!
Let me some character talking.
I hope everyone saw what I wrote in chat. By the way.
Yeah.
We did.
Uh,
we
Yeehaw! All right, so
You need your last ha,
oh.
partner. Points the gun.
in the wrong direction too. At this point, Lionel, it is to note that your mind is almost like a steel trap, and even though you've spent several hours with Garu writing down and designing the initial design, and albeit the destroyed page, you do probably spend, if you want to, you can spend the rest of your night figuring out if you want to go ahead and try and remake them.
Sure, I'll attempt.
All right. So go ahead and just make an intelligence check. This is just
Here I go. Oh, fuck. I rolled a 12, 13, 14, 15.
15. Perfect. Easy set DC. You do spend pretty much a good chunk of the night. You're losing a little bit of sleep, but it's not enough to push exhaustion. Just, rewriting your notes and remaking the designs and probably even improving them from the initial design as well. Which,
Remember, kids, first draft is never the good draft.
yeah,
Never.
fuck you, Hemingway.
Never. If it matters at all, depending on if we are staying here like the night, River will just take some time for her to keep watch, just in case.
Okay. Do you also wish to attune to your weapon?
Yep,
Okay.
I've been thinking about that this whole time.
All right. Who here? I think it's Franz, Canis, and River. You three have items that you would need to attune to, correct?
Yeah, it takes like an hour, I think.
Yeah. All right. So each of you spend this time, River, in attuning to the sword. This gigantic sword at first. By the time you finally attune to it, it seems to have shifted and changed as you kept your eyes closed, and it changes down to where it suits your size a bit more. Still acting as a long sword, but it does suit your size a bit more, while also still having the versatility to hold it as a single-handed weapon.
Technically a long sword, halfling can always use it. Like, it will just look quote unquote awkward, but it doesn't need to change shape.
Okay. So
I like the idea of River having the freaking
Buster sword.
the berserk, the freaking
Yeah.
berserk.
all right, and then also in this time you feel on your back the same feeling as before, the one that you are familiar with, and this time it has a pulse and a call. And then as it finally settles once the attunement is over, you settle out, and it feels like there's a bit of clarity, like you're able to see through, you're able to see through some cracks in personality, and also a bit more hardiness to you. So yeah. Canis,
Yes.
As you hold up your shield and you begin the process of attunement, you feel as if the earth begins to crust around you as it draws itself up, and you feel as if it wraps around and then encompasses like a cocoon. The beat, the heart of it, and you hear as if there is a anvil and smashing of metal within the distance. And as you open your eyes, the cracks of the earth had come and gone within the instant, and you are now attuned. Franz, as you put on the ring and you begin the process of attunement, you hear a slight call as if the wind and sky begin to chant the name. Not your name, but a name. As it whispers out to you, you hear the name Ilona. 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 And by the time you open your eyes, you kind of hear as if like there are creatures all around you. As if you can hear the snakes as they begin to pass underground, or the cockatrices outside, and especially almost as if there's human words coming from Truffles.
He's glancing over at Truffles, and he's listening very closely to make sure that what he was hearing was not just a farce.
As you begin to try and focus, it's like whispers. It's hard to get a word out, but you hear in your head, hungry. Hungry.
Bronze, he's hearing the very low-toned whispers from Truffles way, and kind of out of instinct, he just gets up and he walks over to Urzer. He's a bit baffled, kind of scratching his head and looking back at Truffles, then towards Urzer, and he lightly taps him on the shoulder and says, pardon me.
Franz, what's going on?
Hey, I'm sorry to have disturbed you. I really am. But,
Oh no, it's no worries. What's troubling you?
Well, it's not really troubling, but when was the last time Truffles ate?
Oh, well, I assume back when we were... well, I gave her good berries. That should have been good, right?
Okay. I know I'm not the brightest tomato in the carrot field, but I think it would be... I think it would be a good idea to feed her again.
Oh. Well, perhaps a midnight snack. Yeah, that wouldn't be the worst idea. I appreciate you wanted to take care of Truffles, Franz. That's nice of you. What made you think what makes you think it would be good now of all times?
You look over, her eyes are wide and looking at you both.
Franz is kind of sweating slightly. He's like,
Urzer's gonna go over and kind of like pet Truffles and kind of scritch her like behind the ears. Oh, you hungry, girl? Okay. Urzer's gonna pull out some rations, I guess. Feed her those instead of the good berries.
Okay. She munches down as if she is really hungry, like more than usual. This is probably due to the fact that she traveled all day. She's probably burning more calories than usual.
Oh, I'm so sorry, girl. I forgot. I didn't even realize. See, Franz, we're not used to traveling so distant so often. Usually we just sort of stay in the entire area. Well, it's nice of you to keep an eye on her. I appreciate it.
Franz is blinking in disbelief, and then he just responds with, yeah, it's it's not a problem. Gotta look out for the team, right? And you know, she's a very pertinent part of the team. I'm gonna go get some water.
All right. And you go and get some water, and you know, she finishes up her rations. Aw.
Urza's gonna whisper over to Truffles. He's probably from the other side of the woods.
In the back of your mind, Franz, you hear the words "thank you."
Aww.
Franz is kind of like he was just lightly drinking the water. Now he is just chugging it.
Oh god!
He's like, oh god!
It's like
I
that
need
Got
water.
Milk commercial.
You look to your immediate left. There's the hat rack.
He just transforms, starts barking at it like, "You don't know me!"
Oh god.
All right,
Alright.
just made the druid more
Ooh.
insane. Awesome.
Oh.
Prediction: Franz got fucking cursed.
Am I now Eliza Thornberry? Can I just listen to animals now?
Technically,
No,
yes. I think I
Oh.
sent you the. Oh no,
Yeah,
I
I know.
didn't. Whoops.
Oopsie.
Oops.
Whoopsie diddle.
Well, now that you're attuned, I can technically get this without
Oh man.
reserve. Okay.
Oh man, as long as you have it, do you have commune with nature?
Oh,
So
boy.
cool. You can save you a talk with animals spell.
Let's see.
Hey Franz, what am I saying?
Franz just like he squints his eyes and he's like, "Am I a joke to you?"
Franz, can you understand me if I go like this? Blah 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 blah.
He's like, "Am I?" He's like, I don't know why, but I feel like I'm getting mocked, but I don't know sarcasm.
Meanwhile, it's completely sincere from Lionel.
Aw.
He just doesn't understand that going blah 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 is not a language.
Mm.
That's him working on his new magic spell incantation.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Meteor.
Yeah.
God, Jesus.
There you go, Dry.
Awesome, thank you.
No problem. All right, so that being said, you guys end your night. So, upon
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
huh?
During my times as like taking watch, did I see anything out of the ordinary?
No.
Okay,
From
just
what
making sure.
from what you not too far off in the distance is a small set of forested area that look like a bunch of like tall trees and rocky areas. That is the next portion of your path. However, you do see as if there's a slight storm that seems isolated in that area, though. But storms come and go, and with the whole Lycia Bay thing happening, it wouldn't be too unusual. So that's why it's not too concerning.
Okey-dokey. Just making sure.
All right, so beginning the second day of your travel, you all, as the tower is returned back into your pocket, you guys all join back into the to the caravan, or the
Carriage. Yeah.
carriage.
Yep.
You guys head in that general direction. However, River, once again, as you guys are getting closer, and it seems as if those clouds that you had saw last night have not moved.
Oh.
Can I make
And-
an?
You can hear as the drivers are like, "Oh yeah, we got a bit of a bit of a storm, so keep your hats on, all right?"
But they have not moved. I apologize.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah, no, I
Just-
get it. I get it.
Have you seen this before?
It's been happening for a while now, but I've been told like nothing too dangerous has been going on there. I mean, I haven't seen clouds like that in a while.
I'll point the rest of the group to regarding this information. As long as we...
I'm sure it'll pass.
All right. Well then.
I mean, I look over to Franz and I just I tap him on the arm actually.
Franz looks down a bit and he's just like, yes, how may I help you?
Well, not to pry, but I know nature's kind of your deal more than it is mine. Is that not anything we should be worried about?
Franz is sort of used to very harsh things happening in nature, though now that Lionel does bring that up, he will want to make a nature check to kind of see if this is anything out of the ordinary from what he's seen in his days.
Come on, weatherman.
All right, let's see what the dice gods have for me today.
Is this a California storm or is it a Mississippi storm?
Let's see here.
Neither. It's worse.
So I got a 19 plus 2.
It's
so
a Florida
21.
storm.
It's a New Orleans storm.
Oh God!
Go ahead and make
You
that
joke, but
make a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I joke because I know.
My house was underwater.
Dog.
I've got a let's see here, perception plus 4 plus 13. I got a 17.
You got a 17? Okay.
Mhm.
So is like eyes of a hawk. You are staring what looks to be like giant hoodoos, this tall forested area and rocky crags within the area. It isn't until you guys get within the general vicinity, you see small silhouettes as they are flying around the area. These tiny silhouettes are going back and forth through several of the towering hoodoos, and it's a little bit about a mile away. So, you know, even though there is no general, like, roaded area, there is, you know, the pathway that a lot of people have just been now beginning to use as what looks to have been the easier area, but you are now getting within the vicinity of the stormed area.
Franz, he takes notice of this, and then he turns back towards the party, and it says, okay, I've seen some crazy storms in my life, but I don't think those things are supposed to be there.
What things?
He looks to Lionel, then he looks back at the now airborne things, but then he looks back and he's like, you can't see that.
You, as he points it out, you guys begin to notice the silhouettes flying above these tall, stone and wooded hoodoos.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
jeez.
different.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh boy! What an amazing time to get a natural 1.
Oh!
Yeah.
oh no.
Oh, better here than during combat, I guess.
There is
Yeah.
nothing that you can
Yeah.
detect that is magical about this.
Oh, you
Them's
don't say.
clouds!
Them scary clouds.
Are they in our way, like in the direction we're going?
Yeah.
Okay, we just need to keep an eye out.
As this is beginning to happen, you see the drivers are like, well, like I said, you might want to keep your hats on and keep your heads low. We're going to try and not get in that tussle, I would think.
Have you seen those things before?
Well, they're kind of known around that area, but they don't like to show themselves, which is the reason why we like to go through there, because they don't like to bother nobody, but them's those hippogriffs.
Yes, sir.
Urzer has a big ol' eyes.
Yes, sir. Get Truffles closer to the...
Yeah, yeah. He'll get Truffles close. Just like get her under car. Will she fit in the car?
No,
cart?
not with all of you guys in it.
All right. Well,
Coach is gonna.
he's gonna get his crossbow ready and just like walk by her, I guess.
All right.
Gosh is gonna slowly point his new gun up there like this.
Like the wrong
gun
way.
at the sky.
Every time I see JoJo anything, is that a JoJo's reference?
Oh,
All right.
everywhere.
So
Actually, before Urzer goes to buy truffles, he's gonna take the gun, flip it around so that it's not pointing towards him, and then, then go to truffles.
all right.
Chokiyase, and he's gonna cock it.
Oh god.
Hey, you,
Oh wait,
you
there's
pull,
something in here.
you pull back the primer, you hear the click, but there's nothing inside.
Let him,
yeah,
let him
that's right.
dream.
I walk. I will be walking alongside Ursa with Truffles, just to make sure they don't see like small targets or like alone targets.
Good idea.
I'm gonna roll a stealth check to stay inside the cart and get low down on it because Lionel's a tiny boy.
Okay. So, at this point,
Oh boy.
as you guys get closer to the hoodoos and you begin what looks to be a small, well-hidden path, I need you all.
Huh?
Actually,
Oh
who
boy.
wants to make a? Actually, no. This would be for the driver, which she succeeds. Okay. So as she begins the process of walking forward, she notices out of the corner of her eye a shadow begin to shift, and she pulls back the reins. You guys are thrusted forward in the back of the cart, and you see what looks to be one of the large hoodoos beginning to fall, and you see a crash. As it crashes in front of you guys, you see what is the mangled carcass of a winged beast the size of a cow, with its hindquarters, with the hindquarters of a horse and the front half of an eagle, as it slams to the ground. As you do, you see something. As it swoops down, you see this bright blue streak as it comes down, and it slams itself against the carcass. You see the scale and the spines as it begins to exude. You hear the large wind flaps, the bright blue scales as it looks to all of you. There is a large horn sticking out from its snout, and he's like,
Oh no!
Alright. Or just like hold his ground, just like, alright. Let's just not make any sudden movements. We want to show that we're not a threat. Actually, what do I know?
Hunt.
Oh god, it speaks!
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
No.
and you hear the large wind and the wings begin to flap behind it. It is rather small creature, but still larger compared to any of you. As the wings flap heavily and the displacement, you hear a large dragonic-like roar as it echoes through the Canyon of Hoodoos. And you see more hippogriffs as they begin to fly around rapidly. And about a quarter mile away, you see it drop that hippogriff off what looks to be a centered area. You see another dragonic-like creature as it is swooping around and dropping it as well.
Oh, there's two of them!
Nope, there's only one in specific.
Oh, okay.
This
okay.
other dragonic-like creature is brown by color. Unfortunately, I don't have one, so you're gonna have to
It's
use
his
your
after image.
imaginations. All right, so at this point, you guys are noticing that there are many attacks.
It's a hunting ground.
After what looks to be about another 10 or 15 minutes, you see this beast as it comes back for all of you, this time as he stands on the fallen hoodoo, the rocks, his hind legs, and his giant claws.
And it looks like we're one of the ones being hunted.
Do not.
I see we have a new meal. I find it quite interesting that you all decide to come within my domain.
Urzer's gonna just like walk up very cautiously and like kind of with his weapon pointed down. We're simply passing through. We do not mean to intrude. Just merely travelers.
But you all look so delicious.
And you see as he breathes out, there are a couple of sparks forming around his maw.
Fuck. Oh, God almighty.
Oh, no.
As he begins to crawl forward one step at a time.
Sir,
As he
This
gets close to all of you, he notices Canis, and his eyes lock.
I smell the blood. The blood of the filthy god of platinum.
Is this... Can I identify this thing as a beast?
You know exactly what it is. It is a blue dragon.
Oh, fuck!
confirm. Oh.
Urzer says
boy.
under his breath, fuck.
Oh, I guess for Lionel, it could be this.
At this point, the two figures atop this crumbled hoodoos, there is a hippogriff that lands on one side and a wyvern as it lands on the other side.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh my God, what is this?
Right then, it seems that
this is a bad situation.
it seems that we have intruded a bit, so we'll take our leave then. Perhaps come back another day.
Yeah, I think
Urzer's gonna slowly back away. Come on, get the cart.
I'm with you.
You hear the large wing flap of another as it lands.
Oh
boy.
God!
So what are there? What,
No.
four big things around us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck? Are they in a group? This is a band?
Is
It's the band of the
path,
hawk.
So the path behind us is blocked.
Guys,
see.
I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but I think we're surrounded.
Oh, you think?
Even I know when I am outmatched in my survivals of the utmost. How about a deal?
And you hear it crack one of the stones under its large claw.
I am here for a feast. Should you remove the two beside us, I will think about letting you pass.
What is he asking for?
He's asking us to kill the hippogriffs, right?
Yep.
I offer you 90 pounds of cheese.
Make a
We have a lot of cheese.
make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Are you kidding me? Okay, let's go.
Hey, can I actually do something before, like, I put my hand down on River? Can I cast Enlarge on the cheese?
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna make that cheese, I'm gonna enlarge the cheese.
All right.
Cheese.
Will that help at all?
Cheese.
Will I get rid of the disadvantage?
I'll still say it's with disadvantage because
It's okay.
Damn it!
I
dragons
understand.
don't
It's
very
care
okay.
much for
Yeah.
cheese, but
I
Cheese is
figure-
not
I-
exactly, yeah.
I figure
royalties
we might as well
food.
try. So let's see. And there's an 18 on the other side. No, that's going to be persuasion. Oh, I'm actually with a persuasion. That's going to be 13.
Halfling luck.
15.
Well,
Nope.
disadvantage. You rolled twice, or
I rolled
wait,
twice.
no.
I rolled an 18 and a 9.
18. 18. So 13, correct?
Yeah, 13.
As you show off this giant wheel of cheese, which Lionel, as an immediate action, you use enlarge to make it twice as big.
Oh, I almost don't want to give it away now.
And
Almost.
the pungent smell of Parmesan as it enters his nose.
It's not meat, but you are
And
There's not much meat in my balls.
at this point, I need you guys to make a decision.
No, wait.
Oh,
Gar wants to do something.
All right.
Gun. No.
I will
He's
let
gonna
each
take a
of you
step
take
forward.
A decision. Make one action before you have to make a decision.
Okay.
All right.
I guess the cheese one was mine.
I know.
Gar will step.
All
what?
right. You're.
Gar will
stand in
step
front?
forward and
Mm-hmm.
start speaking in Draconic. Why do you? Hold on. Sorry, gotta get some water.
Understandable.
Oh man, Draconic gets your throat all dry.
So yeah, but you want meat, but where do you want us to get it? These two griffins beside you?
Yes. Isha Karamsko.
And as he begins to speak, words that leave his mouth, they hold a certain secret to them that only you, Garu, suddenly gain interest in.
Oh boy.
Do I roll insight?
Go ahead. Go ahead, because I will tell you what it is.
Canis speaks
Regardless,
Draconic as
or-
well.
All right, that is a. Hold on. That is a 16.
16. He's cornered himself and surrounded by opportunity. So this name, this word, piques your interest to the point that you're not sure if he's lying.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's a fucking blue dragon. How come he can't just take on these hippogriffs himself? Like, there's got to be something going on.
It is. a
Gar's
very-
gonna like look at the hippogriff. Oh, go on.
It is a very tense situation. Either it is the fight between a blue dragon or the hippogriffs.
Oh, that's our choice.
That is the choice.
Oh.
Gar's gonna take a look at the hippogriffs and like look back at. If it is a trial you wish, then so be it. He's gonna take a stance towards the hippogriffs.
Okay. Oh, well, he said a whole bunch of things I don't understand, but I'm trusting him.
Okay.
Well, basically, it's this: we fight the dragon, or we fight the big, well, I don't really know what they are, but they're slightly smaller.
Well, I imagine they don't breathe fire, so yeah, let's go with them.
How much would Canis know about dragon lore?
You know that chromatic dragons are evil by nature. Some of them are very good liars, but the blue ones are generally the weakest. They're the smallest and the most conniving. And so, you know, a creature like this probably wouldn't be one that you would trust your blade with.
I don't trust any dragons. Fuck them.
Fuck dragons.
Fuck dragons.
Okay.
Lay dragons.
But, hey, I'm right here.
I, for
Well,
one,
that
am not
wasn't
willing
in
to put my
character.
tru-
Sorry.
I, for one, am not willing to put my trust in that of a dragon.
Well, if you'd like to face him, by all means. But regardless, I think we're going to have to be fighting a lot of flying things today.
But
I
why?
was not there for this.
All right.
What are the hippogriffs doing on the ground, by the way? Like,
Their
why are they
hoods
just
being
like
destroyed.
the what?
Their homes are being destroyed.
Oh, I don't know what the hoodoo is. Sorry.
It's their
Oh.
nests.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, that changes things.
Lionel is not gonna wait anymore. Lionel overhearing Canis say that's all he needed to hear. I'm casting magic missile at 3rd level on the dragon.
Oh yeah. All right.
No!
I'm okay with that decision.
Well,
Let's
Alright.
go. They're killing
Wait.
families.
wait, hold a pause. So you mean to tell me these dragons are like in the hippogriff's nesting area with like their children and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
fuck
dude.
Oh, we're killing a dragon.
Franz is
Yeah.
absolutely livid.
Franz,
Oh, he's mad.
Franz,
Yeah, let's
during
go.
this entire time, you hear the call through your ring and the screams of small voices to adult voices screaming, "Help us." That's how that's how it is. It is the hunter and the hunted. And they are being hunted by this thing.
I'm gonna turn him into a hat.
I'm gonna kill me some dragons.
All right, so
Bards is wanting to rip his neck out.
Alright.
yep. So you create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice you can see within range. A dart deals 1d4 plus force damage to its target. The dart strikes all simultaneously, and you can direct them at any single creature you want.
Does not miss.
Does not miss. Casting this spell using a second level spell slot or higher, the spell creates 1 more dart. So this is going to be
5.
5
Yep.
darts.
5 darts.
Plus 1 each one.
Okay. So, go ahead and roll damage, and then I'm gonna have everyone roll
initiative. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I need to go take a piss real quick before this.
Alright.
He
Same.
chose the wrong party to try and make a deal with when, like, pretty much all of us are nature freaks.
Mm-hmm.
Nature freaks, or in which case, the son of a dragon.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
family
Or two
friends.
cases.
Give me one.
Or even part dragon.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's not very good.
Quick bathroom break before the combat starts.
Yeah, go
Let
ahead
me,
and do
let me
that.
at least get my damage out real quick.
Alright.
I just rolled the dice. I'm sorry. So
How
8,
dare you.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 plus 5, so 20 points of damage.
Pew, 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 pew. Let's see. Do-do-do.
And that is my last 3rd level spell slot for the day. Wait, no, that's only my 1, because I didn't account for the fact that we...
It's
Yeah,
a
we
new
long,
day.
yeah, we slept, long rested.
Yeah. So we good.
Alright, good to know.
I have 1 more shot of that. Just, here I go!
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start down the line the way I usually do. So, Franz, what is your roll?
Franz,
Ooh, I'm back.
he rolled an 18 plus 3. That 18, 19, 20, 21.
Okay. Franz. Alright, Garda?
Alrighty. Oof, that is a 4.
4. Okay. Gara. River.
Ooh, that's a 21.
Ah.
Alright. You might be combating with Franz there. I'm assuming your dex is higher.
Mine is plus 3.
Yes, sir?
My dex is also a plus 3.
What's the score?
16.
17.
Okay, so
Okay.
River will go first. Alright. Then Lionel.
9.
9. Okay.
I am not a speedy boy.
Fair enough. Canis.
You're faster than me.
Canis got a 17.
17. Alright. Canis. Alright, and Urzer.
I also got a 9, but I assume my dex is higher than Lionel. I've got 16 dex.
16.
Yeah, I'm 10. So.
Okay, so yeah, I'm a 9, and Truffles is 14.
Okay. Okay, Truffles. Okay. We have our round. Alright, so to begin, as you shoot off those magic missiles as they hit the blue dragon, as it runs up his neck, you see as the steam of the magic begins to lift off, and he snaps his head back down and he looks at all of you. And in this time, the 2 griffins have fluttered away.
Gee, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Appreciate the backup.
Thanks for the backup.
Alright. So, at this point, River, it is your first turn.
Actually, can we take a bathroom break?
Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead
Yes,
and do
please.
that. Let me pull
Okay.
out
Oh,
my combat
give me some
sheet.
time
Alright,
to
cool. Be right
think.
back.
Let me pull
I'll be
out my
back.
combat tears.
Oh, a ver.
Yes, I get to use my flighty bitey boys.
Would I have been able to start a little further, like to the front? She wouldn't be that much of a. There we go.
Canis, Scar.
Are they like flying? Are they like on what are they standing?
They're standing on these stones
Mhm.
of fallen hoodoos right now, which is blocking the path. Behind you guys is where the carriage is, but she's kind of
Mhm.
hidden the cockatrice and herself
Yeah.
off further, so she left the transportation behind, but that's where it is.
Gotcha.
At this point, these two are left: Wyvern, Blue Dragon.
Gotcha. Yeah, those things are nasty, man.
Oh yeah.
Whew, boy. I did not expect to be the second, the I don't know, the third thing we fought, a fucking dragon. Oh boy.
It's not an older dragon. It's definitely a younger one. So
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, I figured, but still, dragon.
yeah, this
Ooh.
was leveled out to be more for level 3 people.
Hmm.
So that's why
really?
it's yeah. I've only adjusted.
Okay.
No worries. Yeah, no,
And don't
trust
worry.
me.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I'm really familiar with blue dragons because my players are dealing with two at the moment.
Yeah.
Can't
Oh,
believe
no.
we're already getting a dragon fight.
We're gonna kill a
Oh,
dragon.
me too.
Dragon.
Dragon.
We're level 5,
Dragon.
boys.
All right. Everyone back yet?
I am back.
Okay.
I am
Same
back.
here.
All right.
I think only Dry.
Just,
Impossibility.
just right.
Okay, let's just wait for Dry because he would be after River.
I think Ciro. Yeah, also Ciro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
I know what it is.
Didn't have time for a break. We were kind of going a bit long in the city, so I was just like, okay, gotta get this done.
Yeah, we didn't expect to take that long in the vault.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit! Are there two dragons?
No, there's.
Well,
this
sorry,
one-
boys.
This one's
I
a
got us
wyvern,
killed.
and this one's the blue dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wyvern.
Yeah, you'll see because one's a clear base and the other one will be
Uh-huh.
a black base.
Sorry, lads. I thought the Griffins would help us, so I fucked us.
Nah, man, we were going to attack them anyway.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they were, the nest was being attacked. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
I thought it
I
was
thought
just
there was-
randos.
I thought this was like some sort of weird draconic trial, but don't worry, I'll spin this into a different way.
We see like a broken egg on the floor.
It's like,
Whoa!
wait a
There's
minute.
a lot.
I am back.
There's a lot?
There's a lot of like mess of
Mm.
there's half-born griffins.
Oh,
Yeah. If you guys look all over the ground, if you guys actually really do check, I will tell you the horror.
will that use our action?
Yeah, without having to use your action, I would say.
Oh, without it? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
The fear.
If I can do it for free, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Give me that. Oh, perception.
Perception.
That's going to be an 18, Betty.
River, since you're at the top of the round either which way, as you're looking around, there are broken eggs everywhere. There are some without the yolk, some are like half-born griffin, hippogriffs, and just splattering of the difference between, the eggs and blood, and honestly like this immediate area is a terrible sight.
Yeah, her eyes.
Yikes.
River's eyes are pure bright red at the moment.
All right. So that being said, River, you're at the top of the round. It is your.
I'm jumping in, baby.
All right.
As close as I can get to the blue dragon.
It is a 5-foot jump up to here.
I can jump that.
Mm. 4.
Let's see.
And you get up right next to him.
Get in on him.
Yeah.
All right.
And I will start my barrage of attacks with my rapier.
Not your sword.
I'm not confident enough to use the sword at the moment,
Okay.
but I might switch depending on how things go.
Yeah, I
enough.
stab at you.
All right. And go ahead and make your roll of attacks.
Ooh, that's going to be 19, 24 to hit.
24 to hit. That will hit.
10 points of piercing damage.
All right. So no.
And my extra attack is level 5. Ooh. That's not good. That's not as good, but it's going to be 17 to hit.
Unfortunately, no. It barely misses as the sword kind of scrapes along the slightly hardened scales of the dragon.
Gotcha.
Okay. So,
That will be my turn.
all right. Good to know.
It's going to be 18 to hit. Oof.
All right. So that will be the end of River. Franz.
Don't say it like that.
Yeah, don't jinx us.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
So Franz wants. I want Franz to take a look before making any kind of steps. I want him to like get a good look of his surroundings so he can kind of like survey what he can use.
Pretty much it is the stone hoodoos have become platforms for how these things have kind of set and perched themselves. So it's really up to you on what you where and how you climb. The one next to you is about a 10-foot incline. So
Okay, so about
you're
10,
here.
about
This
10.
is about 10 feet here. This is 10 feet. This is a 5, 10.
I want to use Misty Step to move over to the stone, well, to climb onto the stone piece that is closest to the blue dragon.
Up here?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
All right, so let me just go ahead and mark that down. And I want to use. Let's see here. How far away am I distance-wise from the blue dragon?
You're about 10 feet, 15 feet away?
About 10 feet.
Yeah.
I want to look at this dragon and instill fear into it by using the Ring of Animal Influence.
Oh.
Well, unfortunately, it will not work. He does not have an intelligence 3 or lower.
Ah. Well, darn. Well, with that being said, I don't think that can, nope, that will not reach it either. Well, with that being said, he is going to just take a defensive stance with his quarterstaff and just stay that way for the time being.
Okay, good to know. Next up, Canis. You are here.
Okay. Well, since we're fighting a dragon, how far up off the ground is it that Howdat's standing on?
Right here, it is
Yeah.
about 5 feet, but he looks prepared to make his move.
Okay. Before moving into combat, he looks at the dragon just square in the face, attacking families that are unable to defend themselves. What I would expect from something such as you. And with that, he will also cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spirit Guardians. What do they look like?
What does it look like? Around him is a silvery bluish light, and emerging from it is the large head of a dragon and the talons standing in front of him.
Oh.
It's a fucking
Yo.
stand.
Stand!
Dude, we're the
Everyone
fucking
has a
Stardust
stand.
Crusaders.
Yeah.
The effect of it is when I cast a spell, I designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it, which is, I'll say, the party and the hippogriffs. Unaffected creature speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on its turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Oh.
On a
Damn!
successful save, the creature takes half as much.
Ooh.
And it is a 15-foot radius around me.
15-foot radius. Okay, good to know. I'll have to grab
And he'll step up to be within melee range of it.
All right. Does that mean since you're using Spirit Guardian, I'm thinking I have to switch the mini.
Oh,
Sure.
All right. Good to know.
Oh man, does he get a fucking Frieza transformation now? What the hell?
So,
Yo!
as you cast Spirit Guardian, you see the form of almost like a draconic spirit and wraps around him. He also has wings behind him as they begin to spread out, large blue and platinum as well.
Ah, so this is where the scalebound dev team went.
Yeah.
Oh, don't remind me of that.
Don't
game.
remind
Sad
me.
now.
The game everyone wanted but never got. Okay.
Hey, it's also the game that might get pushed over to Switch if we get lucky.
That is true.
Platinum Kamiya never got a chance to see his dreams.
Someday
Hey,
we'll get Dragon May Cry.
those the blue dragon shits his pants after seeing this.
He looks slightly deeply concerned, and as he begins to look down,
I knew it.
You just hear.
Was that a fear fart?
someone fucked the fear turkey. Okay. All right. At this point, Canis, I think that's the end of your run.
That was just his action. He'll spend the rest of his turn moving up to in front of the dragon.
All right.
As close as possible with these motherfuckers.
Get out right there. All right. And that will be the end of your turn. It's now Truffles' turn.
Okay.
Truffles.
Question. Since that thing is 5 feet tall, do you think Truffles can running leap and bash into the dragon?
oh, cross check right to his gut.
Is that too much?
What's the strength modifier for Truffles?
Her strength is a 13.
A
So
13.
+1.
I will say have her make a athletics check for the jump.
Well, maybe.
Athletics, alright. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16. All right.
Oh boy.
Actually, that might be a problem
Hmm.
because Gar is in front of her.
Oh. What if she picked
Don't
up
worry.
Gar?
What if
Yes.
she goes? What if she goes to the stone to the side, then jumps, then goes for? Like just
Let's see.
like some what is it called? Like when people are just running around the city and jumping everywhere. Parkour.
Well, she is a giant boar, so
Yeah.
Parkouring giant boar.
More coring.
I was about to say that.
Because my plan is for her to charge into it,
Well,
but like leap up and like, you know.
she might be able to charge into it.
Okay.
If Garu
She
is
can just
not in
move
the
on.
way, so you want to hold her action for that.
You know, yeah. We'll hold.
All right.
She'll stand her ground.
All right, good to know. And so, let's see. It will now be Urza's turn.
Well, I'm gonna try. Can I climb up on one of the things, like to the left?
To the... Here?
Or I guess you're right. Yeah,
It's
Climb
a
up on-
question. What is the giant wheel of cheese?
because that's like 10. So that's like 10 feet. Okay.
You want me to mark the wheel of cheese?
Yes,
Very
please.
well.
What if we drop it on the fucking ring?
Oh god. I only have my markers, but I will say from where you stood, this is the cheese because
Oh, look at it.
it was enlarged.
Technically medium. Yeah, makes
Yes.
sense.
So
I think it was already medium with how big it was.
Okay, and oh man, there it is. There's the cheese.
yeah.
And I'm going to cast ensnaring strike. So that's a bonus action, and my next weapon attack, the enemy needs to make a strength saving throw or be restrained by the vines until the spell ends
Oh, yeah.
in 1 minute.
I love
And
the spell.
let's see. While restrained, they take 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each turn. Okay, so first, I'm gonna make an attack. I'm gonna shoot at the wyvern. I don't trust that wyvern. I'm gonna fire at the wyvern.
Okay.
16. It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
Oh, so
Actually,
good.
that's like way higher than a dirty. That's like
So it does
Yeah.
land. What's the DC?
okay. The DC, my DC. Shit, where is it? On
On ensnare
Spells?
strike.
yeah, I'm trying to find it on Beyond.
Yeah, it's a spell.
I'll let you
time,
know.
range.
Oh, 13. There we go.
There you
13.
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the roll was 11.
Hey, he's ensnared.
All right, I will.
Nice.
There we go. So, as you shoot it, it hits him, and you see as the vines, as they protrude from the bolt, completely ensnare and entrap, and he is now kind of reeling around atop of this this crumbled hoodoo.
Oh, so good.
Okay, and I'm gonna so my thing hits, so I'm gonna roll my damage for that bolt.
Yep.
The 6,
6.
and I'm gonna fire one more with my extra attack.
All right. Go ahead.
Let's see, that's a 15.
15. That will hit.
Oh yeah. 9 damage.
Are you adding your modifier for the damage?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
because I rolled a 6 and it's plus 3 damage, so that's
Okay,
a 9.
gotcha.
All right. So
Mhm.
9 and all.
I'm hitting things! Yay!
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh yeah. I can just imagine.
Gotcha.
I can just imagine the wyvern was like, "Oh man, everyone is going for dragon. I'm fine. Oh god."
Oh god. All
Oh
right.
no, this is a new game. I'm not used to hunting.
All right. So next up is Lionel, which he is standing right here.
Where am I standing? Point again. I lagged out.
He is right here.
Good. That's a great place to be standing because we're just gonna go ahead and move him just like a wee bit to the right there.
Squishy mage.
Yes, I'm a squishy boy. A squishy boy who's about to hold his hand up and cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level.
Okay, good to know.
And my target is Dick Face McAsshole Blue Dragon.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Oh come on, let's go. Let's go, baby.
Alright, so I gotta roll to hit. That's my spell attack, so that's plus 6.
Okay.
Here I go. Where's my dice? Here it is.
Casting Chromatic Orb again.
Oh
He's
boy.
back, baby.
Did you write the rhyme for the incantation? I'm a little curious.
No, not for Chromatic Orb. Let
Dang it.
me just roll the spell and then I'll make it up as I go along.
Okay.
Shit. Okay, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 to hit.
All right, that will hit.
Cool. Chromatic Orb. Chromatic Orb. I have to choose a certain type of damage. You know what? I'm sure flying sucks when you're really fucking cold. So let's do cold damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
Chilling sensation.
Hell yeah. So this is going to be a 4d8. Actually, no, it's a 2nd level or higher. It's an extra 1d8. So it's 5d8 cold damage.
5d8. Okay.
Glass cannon.
Here I go. I notice how I didn't use a 3rd level. There's a reason for that. I will not say it until the time comes.
Okay,
Ooh,
good to
I
know.
fear.
I think I know what you're gonna do.
He's gonna have his giant man moment.
Giant man.
No, I think he's gonna have his road roller moment and drop the house on the dragon.
Oh no.
No.
Last
I think
one.
that
I'm
took
at
like
22,
10
23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 points of ice damage.
Okay, wow.
Hella.
Look behind the house. Takes time. That's a problem.
With all of my hate and anger suffice, I cast this giant ball of ice.
All right, as it
Yeah!
shoots out,
Yes.
Why are you not a bard?
as it cracks across the snout and the ice spreads and it hits the back of his wings, you see as it scatters, you see some of the frost beginning to permeate across it, and you see as it and you hear the large growl as it exits out through his mouth.
Let's be honest, Lionel's the soul of a bard in the body of a mage.
That, dude, that's actually some backstory shit we haven't touched yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's from his family's part of a troupe. I mean, like,
You're
freaking-
right.
There's a lot to explain there.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
so
shit.
Lionel, that is the end of your turn.
Yes, it is.
All right. The wyvern is going to attempt to break out of the snare.
But he fails.
Or he fails.
Mm-hmm.
An 11 again.
Hey, it takes
Hey.
1d6.
Nice.
All right. So
One.
Oh!
go
Let me
ahead and
roll.
It's taking
Yeah.
chip damage.
1. It takes a whole 1 damage.
Okay. So as he tries to shake out, he feels some of the spikes begin to pierce. All right. Good to know. All right. That will be the end of his turn. It's now Garok's turn. As he begins to now see all of you as you all begin to spread out, he is going to.
He started in Spirit Guardian, so he has to make a Wisdom save.
Oh,
That
god.
is true.
Yeah, wisdom say, baby.
Oh.
So that is going to be 18.
That will pass, so he'll only take half the damage of. 16, so half is 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant damage. Good to know.
Did we get an attack of opportunity?
You can take an attack of opportunity if you want. Let's see.
Let's go. It's going to be 16. That misses.
That will not hit.
Canis will try attack of opportunity.
Okay.
14 will miss. If the 16 didn't.
Yeah, it misses. He's much higher, but as he leaves the area and he feels the slight draw of the spirit, and he's like, "You," and he flaps his wings, flies over towards towards this corner over here, and
Oh,
he
no.
looks down at you, Canis, and you see as he begins to.
Hear my words and do as I command. Your magical aptitude will not stand. Frizzle and frazzle your arcanic might. My words will turn your sources to blight. Counterspell!
It is not a
Hell
spell.
yeah!
It is
It's not a spell.
Damn it,
Damn.
frostweapon.
And he
Ah!
unleashes
Do it
a
anyway, though. He
bolt
did the
of
rhyme.
lightning.
For the sake of the ornament, let him have his moment, please.
It's fine, it's fine.
It's fine.
Unfortunately, as he breathes back, and a large beam of lightning, as it crosses against the stone, you see it crack before you, and it hits the back of you, Canis. You take.
Oh, cool.
Ow. Oh,
Cool.
boy.
He just focused for Canis.
Yeah, he's got a hate
36.
boner for Canis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I lived.
I live, bitch!
All right.
Do I make a dexterity save?
That is a good point. Is it a save?
You will. I just need to know the damage first.
No.
Oh god. I don't like when they take so long because that means there's lots of dice.
Yay.
Oh god.
Dexterity is my worst stat.
Oh no!
Oh god.
You're a
Fucking
walking-
clerics.
Oh god.
You're a walking piece of fucking, like, steel, man. Of course it is.
Oh, shit. A walking piece of steel being shot at by lightning. Hooray.
It's okay, you pulled your dragon trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
2.
As you,
no.
as you stand, as he whips around and he flies behind you, you hear the crack of lightning and thunder as it beams out from his mouth. Canis, you feel the full brunt, it almost as if like a giant bolt from a crossbow pierces through your body. You take 34 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
And he drops.
Yep.
Ow.
Ow!
God just blinked at you.
That brought him to -1.
Oh,
no.
he's down.
Yeah, it's not double.
Shit.
The
It's
rule is
instant death.
if it's only double the damage, that's an instant death. But
It's
you
in this
are
campaign,
now-
okay.
You are
Yeah,
now
he's.
you are now down, and he's now staring at all of you so happily at the fall of what is this.
Let's
worshiper
take
of
this
the
dragon
platinum.
cleric, and it's gone.
I'm technically alive.
All right. So that being said, that will be the end of Galrock's turn. Garu, it is now your turn. You hear the fall of one of your companions hitting the stone. You hear as the beam of lightning had streaked barely past you. You are met with the realization that this creature is now going to try and kill all of you.
Gar's gonna stand there for a second. Bum, like purple veins start like pulsing through his body. He's getting fucking angry. He's gonna take a step over by the wheel of cheese,
Okay.
grab it, and throw it like fucking Captain America's shield at the dragon.
Oh, improvised
My
weapon.
cheese.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check as an improvised weapon.
Oh, diddly okey.
You're welcome.
That is a 15.
It bumps along the carapace chest of this blue dragon, and it notices you, but nothing
good.
happened.
Gar's gonna like. I said your trial is with me. He's gonna take a defensive stance and use a key point to activate. What's it called? Patient defense.
Okay, good to know. With that will be the end of round 1. River, it is now your turn. Your comrade has fallen before you.
So, for the past over 24 hours, River has tried to avoid eye contact with Canis after what she did in the vault. So this is the first time she's looking at him. And she's looking around, and she's going to... Is it possible for me to grab Canis and get down from there to get some cover?
You can certainly try. It will be a strength check to do so. Where down do you want to go?
Where she wants to make sure no one can see her. So you tell me where will that be?
You can hide behind here if you don't want anyone to see you.
Wouldn't the wyvern be able to see me? Or the dragon?
Well, the wyvern's snared, but the dragon.
Like just tell me where I can move so no one can.
I'll tell you what.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go ahead and flip a coin. Heads or tails?
Huh?
Heads or tails?
Heads.
All right. Good to know.
She's going to.
Okay. So, make a strength check.
Okay. Strength is not my greatest stat, but that's a 19.
All right.
Nice.
So
18 technically, -1.
You run over, you grab Canis, and you duck behind this broken hoodoo over here.
Okay. I will. So as River sees Canis unconscious and dying, a little charred by this lightning, she is covered by this light as a spectral figure starts surrounding her, creating claws, wings, and the face of a draconic-like creature that surrounds her. And she will cast her healing touch on Canis.
Whoa.
Whoa, what?
What?
And as she starts to get this, she says, "Sanctuary, need your help." And she will do so. I will use one of my hit dice to try to heal Canis.
Plot twist. She knows magic.
This is lore.
At this point,
Hey, Franz, look, magic.
Franz, you
Yes.
see a slight globe below you. I need you to make a perception check, but with disadvantage. Because you're a
Okay.
little bit focused on a lot of things.
Right.
Soldier boy, I told you.
I got a natural fucking 20.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, you bitch!
I wish that would have been used on an attack. All right.
You very much notice this, but this is too much of a heated moment. You're not gonna.
It dies a D10.
Not gonna say anything. I just know what happened.
I'm gonna say where that wheel of cheese fell is gonna be here.
Okay,
The wheel of
so
cheese has a turn.
Good continuity on the cheese.
The wheel of cheese has moved.
Canis heals 9, 10, 11 points of hit points.
All right.
This is the worst pocket ad ever.
Canis, you are awake and you are seeing the slight shocked face of River, you know, and you are not sure how, but it happened. All right.
What the hell hit me?
A lightning rod. Give me 1 second, and she will. Let me see. Do I still have a thing?
You still have a little bit of movement left. I will say you will have the ability to climb back up on top if you want to.
I will do so.
All right. There you go.
Sanctuary will be gone by that point.
Okay.
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Franz,
My
it is now
sanctuary.
your turn.
He took note of what happened, but he's like, there's no time to really focus on that. Gotta focus on the actual threat at hand.
Yeah.
He just but I think he understands that Canis is okay.
Yeah.
All right. Franz is going to do 3 things. First things he's going to do is take a wild form of an ape.
I don't have that, but your human form is good enough.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Great, babe.
All right.
And after he does that, I'm going to use his bonus action to make mirror images of himself.
Okay.
And he's going to make 3 others of himself.
Now I'm going.
And they will be called Speak No Evil, See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's
I
another
love
fucking
it.
stand name. Franz has a stand now.
Everyone's got a
You
stand.
have a stand.
Literally
You have
everyone
a
has a
stand. You have a
Yeah.
stand.
I have the Emperor.
Also, yes, the name of my stand is Sanctuary.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'll use these 2 as your markers.
Oh, I love
Oh. Okay. Let's see here. Now that that's happened, how far away is the current blue fucker?
He is what could possibly be 65 feet away.
65 feet away. He's flying, right?
Yeah.
God diddly darn it. All right. I don't think. Well, for the time being, where's that wheel of cheese at?
Here.
I want Franz and his stand team to mosey over to the cheese and chuck it at the dragon.
Why are we utilizing this thing?
I
It's
don't
large,
know.
therefore it's an improvised weapon.
Maybe this dragon's lactose intolerant. You don't know.
All right,
doesn't
make
damn it.
make a acrobatics check because you're jumping down from one
I
platform.
mean, it's
to
5
another.
feet.
Okay, you said an acrobatics check?
Well, no, it's a 10-foot jump.
Okay.
It's a 5-foot fall with a 10-foot wide jump.
Okay.
I regret using that fucking spell.
16 plus 3 equals 19.
The cheese is an asset.
You will see. We will kill this dragon with this
you
cheese.
you make it to the cheese, and you wish to throw it. Make a dexterity check, based off of it being an improvised weapon.
Okay, dexterity check. Dex.
Oh my god, if this cheese.
15 plus 3 is 18.
That will hit. After literally saying it.
You know, there's this thing called stupid wizard theory where a wizard just makes a spell happen and then just like denies all plausibility and responsibility for any fucking spell or any damages that is made by anything they make out of that said spell.
Is that this one of those moments?
No, I'm feeling the regret super hard.
So I'm curious, what's the damage of giant cheese?
That is a good question.
I am gonna roll that.
62.
It's like 200 pounds of cheese.
You essentially threw a fucking giant, like, dragon-sized brick at his head.
Is he blinded?
Literally, because Franz has nothing else that would reach the dragon, so he's like, fuck it, gonna use the cheese.
You know, when people say cheese tactics, I don't think this is what they have in mind.
Alright. Good to know. So he takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it whacks him in the face, and there are now bits of cheese and parmesan all over his snout, and some big chunk on the horn of his nose, and he's going.
and he's allergic and gets an allergic reaction.
And I will land the cheese right there.
Amazing.
Yes.
All right.
The cheese returns to me.
That's
Okay.
all Franz is gonna do. Now he's just beating his chest.
Canis, it is now your turn.
Hooray!
Spend half your move getting up, I'm assuming.
Return from the
He will.
dead.
Rise from your grave.
What the hell hit me?
Dragon breath. Up in the sky.
Of course.
That was good a tactic.
Everyone just screaming.
Alright. You do have a flight. You do have a flight speed that matches your walking speed. Just remember.
He does. He has to use an action to turn that on, though, which he will do.
Holy shit, you can fly?
You
Yeah,
can,
you can
fly?
fly.
Franz, why are you upset about me doing this?
Humans can fly, okay?
What the fuck? No, I can't!
He will use his action to burst out the wings and go as far as he
Oh,
can.
that's right. He's Asimir or whatever.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
It's a ninja boy.
Alright, good to know. You could get about that far as the wings spread wide open and he flaps on the ground. You guys feel the air dissipate from his from the lack of him being there, and suddenly you see overhead the clerical being that is Canis as he rises closer towards the dragon.
The Spirit Guardians is gone, by the way. It's kind of hard to concentrate when you're barely alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. All right. That will. Canis, you still have an. Oh no, wait. The wings were the action. Okay. So
Yep.
Canis, you still have your bonus.
That he does.
Anything you want to do in specific?
I need to check on Spiritual Weapon because D&D Beyond says it's a bonus action, but I thought it was an action to turn
is
it
a bonus
on.
action.
Still need to get those miniatures.
No, it is just a bonus action.
I thought of a really bad pun, god damn it.
Do it.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I have to tell you this, but I reject my craft.
I was going to say that Chell has you covered in freaking puns.
Yeah.
Check the craft.
Oh, it's a range of 60 feet, so he will cast Spiritual Weapon and summon a Draconic Talon to swipe at the Blue Dragon.
Alright. And it does stay within that area, correct?
I
I have a corgi, so...
A corgi.
I have a corgi. I have a corgi. That will act as spiritual weapon for now. Okay.
Make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to D8 plus spellcasting ability modifier.
Alright. Go ahead and roll.
Fido, my guiding moonlight.
17 versus AC?
It fails.
Damn it.
Yeah, just barely.
Still there.
Alright, so as this spiritual weapon appears appears like right next to it, it tries to swipe, but it barely moves out of the way. It's like predictable, and his eyes now glaring at the rest of the party.
This is one strong dragon.
Yep.
It's a
I need to get up
dragon!
there.
Are you
It's a
guys
dragon, yeah.
kidding me? You guys have dropped a lot of fucking hit points since you've interacted with this thing.
Yeah, but
It dropped me.
in one hit.
That's true.
I need to get close to them.
Listen, so long as we get him to fight the tank, the cheese.
Cheers!
I'm the tank, and I have the least health.
I sort of got a cheese shield.
No, I think you have more health than me.
Alright.
And I want to eat that.
Not now.
Who's up next?
Oh.
Alright, so that being Canis, Truffles.
Okay.
With the
So-
dragon having moved now back to square one.
Okay. Is there a clear path between Truffles and the thing the wyvern is standing on? The wyvern.
If it jumps from here to here, maybe.
Parkour. Parkour boar.
Or
No, I mean like that not getting up there. I mean like just like the thing that it's standing on itself.
Oh.
And also how solid does it look? My plan is to have Truffles charge in, break the thing
Oh.
apart, and have it fall down.
Yeah,
But I don't know how solid it looks.
It's not very solid in and of itself. It's it's crumpled rock, and it's standing on what is a balancing act on top of that rock that goes for the rest of you, which is, you guys are on the most stable part of the rock, but it can be knocked down if you give it a go.
Okay, because that's what I want Truffles to do.
Okay.
If there is a clear running, if she can like swerve between, I guess, Garu.
I will say, yeah. After taking one step forward, it looks like that
Okay.
block is ready to be taken out.
Yes, she will do that, and Urza's gonna be like, I know it might hurt, but trust me on this one.
All right.
So she's gonna run on in.
All right. She's gonna run and make an attack roll.
Attack roll. Okay.
Technically with advantage because it's a rock and you're not gonna miss it.
Right. Okay. That's 12. No, that's a 13. 17? Yeah, 17.
Okay. So as she runs at full speed, her brand new, armor and
Yeah, that's right.
well-plated tusks.
I was
as
wondering
she
where that +1 came from. I was like, oh, I have a
She-
+1 to attack.
bends down, she hits it as hard as she can, and suddenly you see the rock formation beginning to shift and move, and
Ah!
and I'm gonna
Nice.
say, for the sake of the argument, as the rock falls over, you see rocks begin to tumble on top of this wyvern, and you see
Nice.
as rocks begin to hold down both of its wings. And
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, so, and it was ensnared, so it couldn't fly away during that whole thing.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, it,
Hell yeah.
it automatically fails.
Huzzah.
All right.
Gara feels Truffles wisdom passion and goes, multi-board drifting.
13.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is frightening.
26.
You just need to get. How do I get over there? I need to be thrown. Someone throw me towards that fucking dragon.
Oh my god.
47 points of bludgeoning damage
Holy shit.
as the rocks roll over it. So that will be. Alright. Good. So, no. Alright. So that will be the end of Truffles' turn, and that is the most amount of damage anyone has done in this game.
Nice.
I've been dethroned.
Alright, so that will be the end of that turn. It is now Urza's turn.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the wyvern is gonna be down there. So I'm gonna take pop shots at the dragon.
Alright.
16.
16, unfortunately, no. As you shoot one of your bolts, it gleans off the side of this dragon.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna load another bolt. Fire again.
All right.
That's even worse. That's
Yeah.
15. Well.
Yeah, just 2 shots. Cling, cling. And you see the sparks as they begin to fly, and it kind of swerves its head a little close to you, but then it goes right back over towards the rest of the party below.
I spoke too soon about that finally hitting things. That'll be his turn.
All right, and it is now Lionel's turn.
Lionel peeks his fucking head around the corner, seeing all this dragon nonsense above him. Holds his hand up, and you watch as instead of saliva that pours out of his mouth as he holds his hand up and his eyes pitch over black. It looks like there's oil coming out of his mouth and forming above his head like a spirit bomb. Malaise, misery, malady, and mire. Your soul will crumble in the word seeped in black fire. Chromatic orb with the necrotics on it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Well, that's
That's 20!
Oh,
Hey!
shit! All right, so
Hell yeah.
as the general roll goes, you roll the entirety of the damage, and then you add your pluses on top of that, and then you double it.
Oh! Shit! Oh!
Fuck. Do you need to sit
Hell
down?
yeah.
Do you need like a nap? Are your
This
legs
might
okay?
be it.
Oh my god, my fucking, my chest hurts from that.
Do you need new pants?
Yeah. So as you already know, it's basically the collective of the damage then times 2.
Okay. Yeah, it's just.
Okay, but that just so we're clear, I casted that at 3rd level. That was my final 3rd level for the day.
That is
We
correct.
are not We're not sleeping in Lionel's tower tonight, boys. But boy, howdy, this thing's fucking lungs are gonna be set on fire with acid.
Oh,
No,
we're
but
going-
we do get to eat dragon tonight.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay. That's 5d8 necrotic damage.
Roll it, boy.
All right.
I think it's
Big numbers.
That might be it.
That might be it.
That might be it.
Again.
Sick.
God.
Always the fucking
Sick.
Lionel.
12, 14, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 2, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39!
39.
Christ.
No, that's not plus the modifier.
Not plus the modifier.
Oh.
42.
42 times 2.
Hey.
How shall you slay?
Times 2.
How shall you slay?
Jesus Christ.
Hey.
Guys, I don't fucking know. Oh my god.
He has
I don't want.
83 hit points left. You are 1 over.
God.
Damn.
I'm not fucking kidding.
Frightening.
I'm not kidding.
Every time, dude.
I don't, guys. I swear I need to get a nat 1 at least
It's okay.
once. I have to. No, this has to work. This is the only way this works. I have to nat 1 on the next fight. It has to happen. I want it to happen.
You're gonna nat 1 and turn and just burst into flames.
I want that to happen. Okay, so I guess how I want this to happen is the orb flies up. It hits him in the chest and it looks like it just disappears. It actually sank inside of his chest. His mouth begins to start oozing out that oil-like ichor, and it starts
Ew.
popping out of all of the orifices, including his eyes, and his
Ew.
nostrils, and his mouth. And he throws up blood falling on the floor, curdling on this shit.
Ah.
Alright. For the sake of dramatics.
Aw.
As I push off the miniature.
Oh, the figure. Oh no.
It's okay.
That hurts me.
He's been annihilated.
Alright.
That was
Absolutely
frightening to
fucking
watch.
decimated.
Yep.
Lionel
Alright, so
staggers and falls face first after that.
glass cannon. And with that, that will be the end of combat, considering the fact that the wyvern can't get up.
So, who wants to try wyvern?
Let's put some cheese on it.
All right.
Oh my god, guys, I'm upset at myself.
So,
Why? You did awesome.
You should be.
So
No, that I rolled that I hate that's happened twice. What the shit?
So
Yeah,
unfortunately,
happens.
we do not have enough time for what would have happened afterwards. So we're gonna go ahead,
Ah.
wrap it up here tonight. Thank you guys.
Oh no, we just got rated by
And it-
34 at the end of the session.
Oh, I'm so
Worst timing.
sorry.
Worst timing.
I'll
I
tell you
made
what.
a dragon throw up necrotics.
I almost died.
thank you guys for the raid. Oh my gosh, who sent the raid?
How
nerd.
How nerd.
How nerd.
Let's
Thank you for the raid. You are absolutely.
Let's continue
amazing.
it for their sake. We all
Do
go like an extra 20 minutes.
Are you guys?
I mean,
okay
I'd
with
be
that?
okay.
I'm good.
But
Will that be enough time though? That's on the DM's choice.
No.
Yeah.
We would have enough time for an extra 20 if anybody wants to.
Sure.
All right, sure.
Joe, you probably saying.
I literally am. free
Yeah, I
for
don't have
the
anything to do.
Duration of the day, so
Yeah, me neither.
it's up to the
Okay.
rest of the guys. If you guys are willing to do an extra 20.
I am.
Listen,
I'm cool,
I
man.
gotta get like a muffin and then look at it and then go, that's a good muffin, and then eat it later. You know how important that is?
yeah.
Jesus,
That's
It's very important. Muffin.
wasting my
It's
time.
very important.
Let's
go. Let's go.
keep going.
Muffins are
All right.
That's fair.
So, as it all comes down,
Cut to a fireplace with the head of a dragon wrong.
so as it all comes down, and as you see the dragon as it falls and everything begins to finally settle, you see some other wyverns as they were beginning to fly overhead as the dragon falls and they see it dead. They begin to stop their pursuit, and you see as one begins to fly away, and you see several hippogriff begin to attack and entangle it and drag it down, and the other one does get away. At this point, you guys see two of the hippogriffs, and you see as one looking much bigger, much prouder, and one looking a bit younger, as they see the other wyvern as it begins to struggle. And you see as it crawls down from the destruction of its own hoodoos, you see as it holds one of its big bird-like claws, and it goes down onto its throat, and you hear it crush and crack and break, and you hear the snap, and you hear the screams no more.
Well done, I guess.
I'll go check on everyone. Is everyone okay?
Canis Family Guy falls out of the sky.
Lionel's face first on the floor, knocked out.
Oh,
Go-
jeez.
Go's just standing there silently.
Get them together.
Yeah.
gonna go check on
Urza's gonna go like pick him up and like brush off the dirt on his face and kind of shake him. Oi, Lionel, you all right?
Lionel like his ears snap up. He like grabs him by the shirt and then like fucking goes over his shoulder, and you hear as the rest of the malaise gets out of his mouth.
Oh, they're there. He just kind of pats him on the back. There. You did a good casting there.
What? He looks like he's fucking like just. He looks like he's like dizzy, fever dizzy.
River will go check on the driver, by the way.
All right. Let's see.
Wait, the hippogriffs are gone, correct? They haven't.
No.
They're not back.
Two
Okay.
two have returned. One
Okay.
very big, almost as if it's kind of like the lion of its pride.
He's the alpha.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And you see another younger one as it looks around and it sees that you have defended and killed the dragon. It looks to the side of to the younger looking hippogriff, and it begins to stare at all of you, and it lets its head down, bow very deep, and the older, bigger one follows suit as well.
Beautiful.
Aww.
We'll bow back.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
What a nice creature.
A ball of black ichor just. Ugh.
As such, it does seem to have a draw to both Franz and Urzer, as the younger one begins to walk up to either of you.
Okay. Franz notices the creature walking towards both him and Urzer, and for some reason he feels inclined to speak to it, and out of his mouth he just says, "I'm sorry. that you had to experience such a tragic thing to happen. I wish we could have been here sooner, and then maybe there wouldn't have been this much chaos to occur. But thank you, just for letting us do this. And he again has no idea why he's both apologizing to this creature, even though he knows that he's never met them before in his life, but he just feels so inclined to just be apologetic for the dismay that's happened.
As this younger one, this younger hippogriff, as it looks to you, we were attacked. It has
Franz.
been many days. I have seen my brothers and sisters killed.
Don't whisper too much.
Franz's eyes get very wide, and he can feel his blood run cold upon hearing that. He takes his time to respond, and he asks, how many are there left of your kind? Or did it get everyone, or just a few? Are you guys safe now? Like, he's actually very fearful at this point.
As you ask this question, you hear once again in your head, there are many of us scattered to the west and east after we were attacked. Some of us were eaten. Many of us died. But there are many who have fled. Our leader, he will try to regather, and we will make a new home. But
Franz
forward.
is...
Oh.
He's hearing this, and while he is very somewhat relieved that they would be able to rebuild their home, it still hurts him to know that these creatures have suffered losses of both young and old. He has no more words to say. He's actually speechless. He doesn't know what more to do, but he's doing his best to hold back any kind of like tears to roll down his face, because he doesn't want to show this very young creature that he's not pitying them. He's just upset it ever had to come to this.
As you do, it looks to you. You see its giant black eye as it stares. I would like to thank you. All of you. And he bows once more, and he looks to all of you, and he speaks in your mind, Franz, but it seems like he's saying it to everyone. Loyalty.
Franz, he takes one last bow towards the creature. He turns back to the party, and he says that he's telling the party that the creature is very thankful for us helping its home and its family, and he's trying to get the words out, but he's choking up with each one.
Mm-hmm.
But he does get the words out, and he says to the party, listen. I'm going to be completely honest with every one of you. I know I am not a very good person with words, but these creatures really do appreciate our help, and I'm not sure you can hear them like I can. So I'm just relaying this message to you. But they are very, very thankful for our help. And he just kind of walks a little ways away to kind of collect himself.
As you do, he eyes Truffles, and you see Truffles right now in this odd circumstance where, Urza, you've seen it before, but as Truffles lays down, flowers begin to bloom, and little trees that start off. This one little sapling begins to grow a little bit faster. It only takes it about a couple of seconds before it becomes like this. Before it becomes what is this slightly wide stump, about maybe 2 feet wide so far. And as she gets up, she walks next to the hippogriff, and she's like,
And I've seen her do this before?
You've seen her sprout flowers before, like, but this is the first time where she's kind of planted any ground, and is kind of standing next to the hippogriff, kind of coercing you to it.
Oh, okay. I'll follow her lead.
All right. And as you get near the hippogriff, you know, it does a long bow.
I guess
Make an animal handling check.
Yeah, yeah, because player me is not quite sure what's going on. I don't want to do the wrong move.
A lot of
It's
us are like,
Yeah, don't piss off the monster. That's a animal handling. That's at the top. Oh, that's +5. Yeah, it's 17.
17?
Ooh.
I was like, oh no, that's kind of low, but yeah.
So as you get close and you stretch out your hand, it raises its head kind of nuzzles your hand, and you begin to kind of give it the scratches.
Oh, you poor things. So.
And then you see Truffles as she begins to nudge you around to the side of the hippogriff, and then she's trying to nudge you on top of it.
Oh. Okay. All right, I'll get on.
All right. As soon as you get on, you see the giant wings unfurl and flap, and you are taken to the skies almost immediately. It is a magical moment, but also you are now witnessing the entirety of the destruction that was happening over the course of the night.
Oh.
And you see there are now what looks to be a small pride of griffin now kind of collecting together. And you see, as you look out, as they all begin to gather, and you are taken aback by what looks to be small fires being put out, and what looks to be the reclaimment of eggs and various other useful objects that the hippogriffs have taken use to. And after spending about 10 to 15 minutes in the air, you are all watching this happen. as it finally comes back to land down, and Truffles standing before it, and you get down, you have a slight connection with this creature.
I think there's a lot of work to be done here. They need our help.
As far as you know, they don't need any help.
Oh, okay, all right.
You are plainly witnessing what had happened.
God, that sucks. Jeez. Yeah, I relay what I saw to my allies, like all the damage but luckily it seems that they're recuperating from the looks of it. At least a little
Little
bit.
by little.
So, with that,
Oh man.
you see the driver as she begins to walk out. Well, that was I gotta say that's definitely different. Not many people get to ride on the back of a hippogriff. In fact, hippogriffs don't like to be ridden at all. I hope it won't too uncomfortable for you.
You could say I've got a way with animals. Just like tilts his head toward Truffles, just like kind of cockily, just like, heh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think that one might take a liking to you. Just keep them away from the cockatrices. They're a little squirrely around them.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
Alright, well, might have to get a move on because I don't want to stay here for too much longer, and I'm feeling uneasy myself.
Totally understandable. Well, I'm gonna turn to the hippogriff and give it a big old bow of my own, just like.
Alright. As you do, it bows along with you, and then it stands next to Truffles.
Oh.
What the?
Well, go on. Aren't you gonna, He just kind of gestures like a flying motion. Well,
Seems
Truffles,
unmoved.
well.
Seems unmoved. And it looks down to Truffles, and Truffles is like,
Oh, jeez.
Do you
We're
have
going to have to-
animal companions now, or sir?
I think I'm gonna have to learn what hippogriffs eat.
Sometimes possums. Oh.
Lionel turns to River about to say something and throws up on her feet.
Canis is still smoldering.
Oh.
Garo's still silent.
Go's standing there with his gun.
With
Well,
that,
I guess you're going to stick along with us, aren't you, boy?
and you hear us like,
Guess we gotta come up with a name.
You think we will be safe?
Safe with us? I think we're more safe with him.
I'm just saying, it's big group. We're going to some cities. Not sure how hippogriffs are take around.
Oh, I'm sure he can handle himself. Can't you, boy? And I'm gonna give him like scritches, big old
No.
scritches across the neck.
It kind of resists for the first time. Like, it's a very proud creature.
Oh,
It's gonna take a while for you to get used to him.
he'll come around. I don't know a single animal who can't hold itself against scritches.
All right. And with that, you guys begin to repack on the carriage. As you do, you guys make your way through the hoodoo. This hoodoo like
Actually-
forest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can Garo do something while everyone's boarding up?
Mm-hmm.
There was something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
When everyone's... Oh, go. What?
by
Yeah?
the way, did you guys want to do anything with the blue dragon?
I was about to say.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. I'll tell you what. We've gone over our 20 minutes, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna save for the time being. You guys go ahead. Let me know your roles in the chat, and we'll start next week with that.
Survival.
Wait, can
yes.
Garo still do his character thing real quick?
Yes.
All right. As everyone like heads towards the dragon, like take it. like take their spoils and whatnot. Gar's just gonna stand there, look at his hand, and he's trembling a bit. He's speaking in his native tongue. Kami Yotoshimiyokaze. He's gonna clench his fist. It could have been the one. He's gonna rejoin the others.
Oh.
Mystery.
Lore.
More lore.
Lore. And then as we crack open this thing's chest cavity, we see that it's the Merry Middles piloting a robot.
This isn't Gravity Falls, you know.
Where's my cheese?
Shut up. What if it could be, though? What if we could have a giant floating head monster come out and speak backwards?
Don't give him ideas!
You thought it was going to be Dragon Guts, but it was me, Middle.
All right, so with that being said, hey, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to all of you from the raid. We'll be back next week at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as usual here back at D6, and I cannot wait to see what happens next week. So thank you guys, and also thank you my players. Thank you to our sponsors.
Hey,
and thank you everyone. All right. Well, that being said, we'll see you all next week. All right. See you next Sunday, everyone. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.